Talk Shit Radio is a Kennedy Studios Productions. The opinions stated by various contributors to Talk Shit Radio and its radio programs are not to be considered as or endorsed by Kennedy Studios Incorporated. Visitors are urged to use their own discretion to draw their own conclusions. All information, products, services, and use of this website is for entertainment purposes only and personal use only. Talk Shit Radio Network does not confirm nor deny the validity or accuracy of the information contained within the website or broadcast. Any services or products provided by Talk Shit Radio Network and its host contributors should be used solely for entertainment purposes only.
Good morning, Vietnam!
This is Tony. You're listening to Talk Shit Radio.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
The Army and the Cub Scouts. Cub Scouts don't have heavy artillery.
Hey, no heavy artillery for the Cub Scouts. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. It's 20 after, listen to me.
What the?
Whoa. It's the 20th of the 10th month is what it is. Yeah, that's it. It's October 20th, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Johnny. How are you? Glad to see you made it to the chat first thing in the morning. We have today on our show a very special guest for Tony. He's been looking all week forward to it.
That's not today.
That's today. Oh, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
on
so today,
Tuesday.
Tony's still looking forward to this one because fuck it.
Yeah, just because.
Because
I'm here.
Because of the wonderful things he does. Oh, sorry. It's off to see Mr. Tony. No.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I'll stop. So today we have our Ferguson area historical novelist and historian Michael Datcher going to be on the air. Yeah, so we're going to learn a little about the history of Ferguson, Missouri. And maybe he could talk a little bit about what's going on in Ferguson, Missouri as well. I'm sure that would...
Has there been anything in the news from them lately anyway?
Every day.
Really?
Every day. If I go over to Vice News has their own section now for Ferguson. Yeah, they subtitle everything. And well, not subtitle, but it's like Ukraine. They break it all down. Americas, Asian Pacific,
and then Ferguson.
Europe, and then Ferguson. Basically, yeah.
All right.
Yep, basically. And now that I'm on Vice News, I might as well talk about a little of what I see. The high cost of cheap clothes. Vice News traveled to Phnom Penh, Cambodia to investigate what is happening to those swept up in his country's trafficking crackdown. We do have, believe it or not, we got audio with that right off the fucking bat. Do you believe that?
No.
Audio right off the bat? Is that some shit or what? This usually never happens, right? All right, so let's see this audio about human trafficking and the cost of cheap clothes. That's it. A bunch of Chinese people screaming and crying. Pulling these chicks out of everywhere. I wish there was more talking. You guys don't like that music? Cool. Doesn't it just make you want to dance?
No.
Over the years, Cambodia has become one of the world's capitals of sex tourism. Its cheap and available prostitutes attracting men from around the world.
The sex industry has different rungs to it. There's the streetwalkers that do the $5 blowjob. There are brothels, there's massage parlors, and then there are the bars where You go in, you get served drinks, and the girls...
It's fucked up these days. My wife and I, we argue about the same thing over and over, sex and money. I mean, that bitch is just charging me way too much.
Girls will go home with you. There are tens of thousands of women who are doing that here in Cambodia.
The U.S. government has long worried that many of these women were victims of human trafficking and put pressure on Cambodia to crack down. And since Washington provides some $600 million a year in development aid, the Cambodian government finally listened.
Well, I don't even know what to say.
No.
This has been going on for years, too. This is 12 minutes long, so I'm just going to go ahead and post this up on the Facebook page, just because I'm not going to sit here for 12 minutes and listen to that. That's for sure. Sorry. Make me nuts, man.
Makes me want to smack an Asian.
Makes me want to go eat fucking egg rolls.
Smack an Asian?
Make me want to smack my egg roll. Which egg roll? Make tiny ritual wonton soup. Make homemade special wonton soup for you.
You're making a special homemade wonton soup?
Special wonton soup for you.
Watch out for the cats. Make sure they're all in their cages.
Yeah, right. That's like your buddy's neighbor, man. I kept on asking him, you want this or are you just going to stare at me all day?
I'm just going to stare at you all day.
He's got a Japanese neighbor where we went yesterday, babe. They got birds and all this shit. And I'm like, where's the cats? Where's the dogs? Aha, they no more, they eat them. Oh, shit. Even his neighbor was laughing. He goes, yeah, you never fucking know. They might have. He says, I hope they eat the one. He was an annoying son of a bitch. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Excuse me. So what else we got going on this morning? I know there's a lot of shit in the news. Maria, anything that you got?
I'm not awake yet.
You're not awake yet?
I am not.
Oh, my God. So early voting kicks off Monday in Pinellas County. Pinellas and Polk counties, that is. Early voting. It's a little way early for voting, isn't it? I thought it was November 4th.
Yeah, but they do that early ballot.
It's like 2 weeks
There's
away.
only a few counties to do it now, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. No shit.
So, yeah.
So there's where the election scams all come in. That's where somebody gets fucked.
Yeah, they get all the ballots by mail.
And then they're laying around for fucking 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they go, oh, we misplaced about 400 votes for this guy here.
Yeah. And usually it's thousands.
Yeah, well,
hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands that make a landslide of a difference type thing. You know what I'm saying? Didn't we have President Bush got in that way? By cheating in Florida? Or corruption in Florida? Some bullshit in Florida with the vote? Was it Bush or was it Clinton? I think it was Bush.
I don't know.
But I don't think that got him in.
Yeah. So you guys remember the Balloon Boy, right?
Yeah, what's the news on him?
He lives in Spring Hill.
Right. Are we going to try to get a hold of him or something? Somebody we knew said that they might know him.
Steve Bruno from Clenchfist knows him.
Boy. Yeah,
yes. His sons made the news. Family now lives in Florida. They've created a family act, the Heen Boys, which call themselves the world's youngest metal band. This family's just aching for some publicity. They just want to be in the limelight so fucking bad. Now that they're going to do this, what would be good is, if the little boy band got into a fucking balloon and went off and played rock and roll. Now that would be good. You might get recognized for that one. Look, it's the Balloon Boy Band. Johnny, if George chimes in today, we're gonna bombard him about his picture, so keep that in mind. George, if you're listening to the show, you have John's picture, and John and I would like to know why. We noticed that the other day, looking at George's picture on the chat, and it looks like John's. So I'm looking, I'm like, John, are you sure that's yours? Where the fuck is that coming from?
Is that me?
Yeah.
That's you.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, wait a minute,
Sorry.
I just said that. What in the hell's going on? I just said that shit.
I'm not awake
right?
yet.
So Johnny's looking at it and he goes, the only thing is, about today is I noticed that George's fucking picture was my picture. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm sure it's my picture. Believe me. So, George, if you're out there, we're curious to see why you have Johnny's picture as your Spreaker profile picture. He was in the chat last week, and Johnny noticed it. So anyway, fuck Monday. MJ from PA.
That's
Good
right.
morning. Damn it, girl.
I agree.
You're hostile this morning. I think she needs to... Never mind. Tony, you need to take care of her.
Okay.
He goes, okay.
Again?
Again? Holy shit. It's only like a 5-day-a-week chore with this one here. I told her I would go down on her desk for her and plug in her computer, and she went, hey now.
Yeah.
I said, quick, let's do it before anybody gets in here so we don't get caught.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Hey now. Yeah, well, you know. It's a scary day.
No, the scary day is in another 11 days.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Wow. Already?
Halloween is not scary.
Or is that your birthday?
No.
Oh.
It's not till the end of the year. I got all the way till the end of the year.
Yeah, you're a Christmas baby like me, right?
After.
Half price Christmas present.
Yeah, I'm the 27th. You're what? The 21st or the 28th or 30th or January, is it? I don't
She
know.
said every day but it, the 29th.
Well, fuck, man. I'm not a damn mind reader.
Ooh, the 28th, the 30th?
The 27th, the 25th, the 23rd, the 29th, maybe, possibly, the 31st. How about the 32nd? Is your birthday on on December 33rd? Tell me. You can tell me. You can tell me. Go ahead. I won't tell anybody. Shh. Don't tell
It's on Juvember 32nd.
Juvember.
It's a Jewish holiday, folks. We just invented it.
Juvember 32nd.
Right. It is in November. November. Yeah, you heard me say that, son, miss? Thanks. Appreciate it. When she speaks, she fucking speaks. I'll tell you. When she, you know. So I'm looking forward to our rocket scientists at the end of the week. Or is it at the end of the week? I don't even fucking know anymore. My days are running into my nights. My nights are running into my days. Oh, no. Tony's like, don't give me that bullshit. You sleep at night, motherfucker. I got to go to work at night. All right, so let's put Balloon Boy up as well. I'm going to get a hold of Steve Brono, see if we can't get Balloon Boy and his dad on the show. We'll see. Maybe. No, that's not the link that I want to put up there. I want to welcome John to the show this morning. It looks like he's in the show this morning. I don't think anybody else has made it yet. No, I think it's just you and us, Johnny. Just you and us hanging out. You and I.
That special.
Yeah, it's just a
Isn't that
special.
special? We're sharing a moment in the Somebody hit that damn thing. It's
Let's
skipping.
go to McDonald's, man. They
I
got
know,
more
right?
than just food now.
Do they?
Yeah.
What do they got?
McDonald's parking lot fight features a car crash, gunshots, but no injuries.
Nice. Where was that?
St. Pete.
Sweet.
There's
We
like 3
love
carloads of
McDonald's.
people came in for the fight or whatever, and as soon as the cops showed up, you know, they all were like spilling out of the parking lot.
Yeah, like cockroaches
injured
when the
people
lights
are
come
crashing their car and shit.
That's probably Chrissy calling right now. I bet you.
You think?
I bet
Do you
you.
think it's cold out here? It's 33 degrees in Lancaster.
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 Lancaster. Lancaster. Get it right.
Shut up.
Shitting up, rabbit. Yeah, I'd be freezing my balls off already. 33 degrees? Shit. Fucking windows would be sealed shut and the heat would be blaring.
33 degrees, that's not.
John says, so special.
That's
What?
not cold.
The bullshit, that's not cold.
That's only a little nipply.
Yeah, that's a lot of nipply. It's Nippolis erectus.
Yeah.
Maximus.
Maybe when you get down to 10 degrees, then it's the Maximus.
Dude, when you get down to 10 degrees, it's Nippolis fall office. But JJ freeze upeth. Wee-weeth crawl insideth.
What a shit. How did your knee this morning, Tony?
What's it do to your knee?
Which knee?
Were you on your knees again, Tony?
Me?
Were you playing head nurse again?
You need me to check that?
Yeah, right? You need me to check on that for you? Here, it looks like a zit you got. Let me pop that for you. Oh, man. Let's see what the CDC has
That's all right.
to
I
say.
said last night before I went to bed, I said my knee hurts.
Your knee hurts?
And I was like, your knee? Which knee? Why? Why does your knee hurt?
I was like, is it? It's not my left knee.
This is your right knee? No.
Not my right knee.
Who's this?
It was my weenie.
This is today? Let me check the
He's
schedule.
not even
Yeah,
paying
no, I'm
attention.
sorry, bro. We got other
Nope.
things that were going on. Our host wants to reschedule for a little bit of a later time, or our guest,
Today?
yes, wants to reschedule for a little bit of a later time. I'm fine with that. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Michael Datcher, instead of 8:30, he would like to wants to come on at 9:30. That is absolutely fine with me. Yeah, that is absolutely fine with
Okay.
me. That gives him about a half hour. We'll wrap up the show with him.
It's Monday. He just rolled out of bed.
Yeah,
so,
he's in the
yeah,
same boat
he's
we're
like,
on. He's like, you fucking guys, I don't
I
want to
can't
deal
get
with this
that.
shit.
Give me some fucking coffee.
Right? Gotta go on and talk shit with these punks. Talk shit. He's like, talk shit.
I
What
gotta
kind of
have more
name is
coffee
that?
than that.
What kind of shit did I get myself into?
I'm a little
Fucking
snotty
idiot.
this morning.
You are? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a little snottist myself there. Yeah. Oh, I just got a snot hit me in the back of the throat at about 180 miles an hour. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. You can email him back and let him know that's fine. What? What? Okay. Shh. That was Chrissy. Oh, see? I thought it was emailing. She was emailing you. I was like, how's she emailing you? You never, or he emailing you? You never spoke to him.
She's a guest, too.
Silent Miss is definitely a guest in her own house. Oh man, we're going. It's a slow morning, folks. So kiss my ass and bear with us.
It's not as slow as it's going to be next Monday morning.
Yeah.
But y'all have extra. We'll have it all. Have an extra hour of sleep.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it's Sunday.
Sort of, unless we stay up to set the clocks back at 2 a.m., then you're really
No,
staying
that's the
up
beautiful
till-
thing about
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
automatic digital clocks. They do it themselves. At least you would hope so.
Yeah, the only clock I have anymore is on my phone, and
Yeah.
it does it by itself.
I stopped wearing a watch the minute I got a phone that had a clock on it.
Matter of fact, if I get my phone wet, it'll even call you by itself.
Really? Your phone will call me by itself if it gets wet.
Yep.
The new one?
I guess. The only one I have.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. I haven't got it wet yet.
That's weird. Very strange. So we got the
Yeah,
cameras
forget it.
all set back up in the studio, but they are definitely not running this morning. It was not a. I was not feeling camerist. I don't know if that's a word, but
We'll make it one.
yeah, it sounds good to me. I'm using it. That's
We
the
forgot
fucking
to put
talk
that
shit
list
word
up
of the
the
day.
words we started.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have to put up a list of talk shit words. Words that only talk shit started. So yesterday, Maria and Tony, and thank you guys for it. You guys brought a nice big giant New York Daily News beach towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome looking thing. It's huge, and it poses a huge problem because it's so big that there's no place to fucking hang it up. So yeah, I'm gonna get that hung up
I
today.
see a
We'll
spot.
figure it out.
Where?
We'll see a spot.
Right here. Where?
No, that's all right. That's
Right
too
here?
white.
Yeah. Dick, I knew he was sitting right in front of me, right on the rail, so it comes down and droops over my mic. So all you see is the back of the microphone and the towel. I'll still be able to do the show, but they don't have to look at my face. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they can just see the towel.
Yeah.
Wait, he's got a face for radio. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That was the meanest one I could find. There's nothing meaner than the crickets right now. Well, maybe this one. But all I picture is old wise man jumping up out of his hospital bed, diving on the floor and crawling under it. The nurse going, "What in the hell's wrong with you, boy?"
Alrighty then.
I'm gonna spit my coffee.
Oh, hey now. Yeah,
I'll take
right.
the towel.
Yeah, right. Give me the towel. Give me the towel. Hang it here. Hey, there we go. There's a coffee spit protection.
Yeah.
Right. Spit rag.
The barrier. The coffee spray barrier. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and you need it. Certain mornings when we're fucking around, you need it in this place.
I'm gonna put it away. Yeah.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Fine.
Oh my lord!
Thank you.
When you can never tell what's going to be spit across the room.
Yeah, right.
What I missed? Who's spitting? What?
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
I'm awful choky this morning too. So,
What else? Ebola. Still in the, Ebola. Still in the
I'm
news.
picking it up at the Giuseppe. Ebola, extra good. The game every time.
Aha! You remembered it.
I like that one. Are you kidding me? I must have reposted it about 50 times over the weekend. Been following a few, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to start any wars, not until they are on the air and can defend themselves. But been following a few activists, all right, or so-called activists out there.
Right.
The one that I'm targeting very specifically travels all over the place, taking people's money, telling them how to grow, and telling them just basic things. Used to be, on this TV show, and it really he was a nobody. He was just a nobody. He was a nobody in the California cannabis scene.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay, bro?
Did he? It's okay.
Somebody's mic is off.
It's okay.
It's either that or somebody's mic is on that's not here. That's better. Whatever you just did.
It was the playback.
Okay.
I hear it now.
Yeah, well, you're echoing through the playback. Because now you
Really?
It's okay now.
You just fixed it.
Oh, no shit.
You just fixed the echo in the in the headset.
That's weird.
Okay.
Well,
I totally lost track of what you were talking about.
I didn't even hear it, to be honest with you.
It's every time that you actually.
Is it back? Now
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it. It's
Turn the water
not
off.
it's not a true echo, but yes, I hear water running in the background, but it sounds like I'm talking in a big open room all of a sudden. Yep. Okay. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it's gone. All right. Sorry about that, folks. We're playing with the board. We're still trying to get it right, guys. Still trying to get it right. It's
Yeah, well, I fixed it. You're over there now.
Yeah. No, it's right. I just left the playback up. I haven't touched anything. The only thing I did was move everything to Unified. That was it. Done.
That's it.
Yep. Done. And I like it because I'm able to. I don't have to be all the way up on my microphone and talk like this. I can kick back and speak.
Yeah,
and,
right about there.
Right, and the numbers are coming across great. You guys sound good. I sound good in my ear. So yeah,
Is
thank you.
anybody out there?
Hello.
Speaking of Ebola.
Ebola, good
It's
the
on
game.
the front page of CNN.
Bad News 9
Why
as well.
some survive and some don't.
Really? Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
It's not. Yeah.
You want to click on it and give it some reading?
I'm clicking.
She's like, if you'd shut up, I would read it.
I'm on dial-up here. It's coming.
Dial-up? Oh, shit. Does that even exist anymore, to be honest with you?
Yes.
I don't know.
It does?
It does.
No shit.
Yeah, there are way areas.
You've
that
got
can't
mail.
Yeah.
Can you get off the phone?
Yeah, because it's
Right?
still not wireless anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it might be wireless in your house, but you have to have cable come in.
That's funny.
So there's a lot of places that just don't have cable.
That's true, yeah. You wouldn't, if you don't have cable, you ain't got internet. You ain't got cable internet, yeah. That would suck. I would hate to have to dial up on a modem still.
Yeah, so
Oh
there's plenty
my
of places.
God. I remember when we first fucking started messing with the internet, that was like, can I use the goddamn phone? You just needed an extra phone for the internet to run 24/7.
Yep.
Well, I guess you can get it, just like you can on your laptop or whatever. You can get I think, what is that, Net Zero or something? There's some satellite one.
Yeah.
But I've heard that they
It's through
are not
DirecTV.
very good.
No,
Yeah.
it's through DirecTV. It's very expensive, and if it rains, you get a rain fade no matter what. And you know what a rain fade is. You
Yeah,
get
so
those-
you don't get
right.
internet.
Nope.
Yeah, so
That's why I hate satellite to begin with, because of rain fades. If you're recording your favorite program and you get a rain fade, you just recorded white air or white snow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Sucks.
So yeah. So yeah, there's still dial-up.
Yeah. Really, that's funny. So.
Yeah, there's places in the mountains.
I'm surprised.
Places, and
all I picture is the noise it makes when you dial in AOL and then, you've got mail. Go ahead, Maria. What do we got on the CDC?
I think that's a movie. Isn't that a movie? You've got mail.
What?
You've got mail.
Yeah.
I know.
All through the movie, that's all you hear is, you've got mail.
Right.
What do we got on
What was I talking about?
Ebola.
Ebola.
Good the game.
Well, it basically just says, it's...
It's that much, huh?
It doesn't
says that
say
much,
anything.
huh?
I gotta read it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says here.
right.
Wrong button.
Read it. Just like early.
I stalled this sitting here. Stalled it.
Catch it when it's early, whatever. But they have another posting thing that says fear Ebola, an airborne disease that spreads through conversation.
No, it doesn't.
No, now they're saying it's airborne.
Oh,
No.
lovely.
Well, fear Ebola is contagious that some victims have contracted simply seeing videos and images on Facebook. Yeah, fear Ebola. Fear Ebola.
Fear Ebola.
So,
I don't fear Ebola. Nah.
So, like I said, what was it last week? Every fucking hypochondriac out there just ran to the fucking medicine cabinet, grabbed the thermostat, went, oh my God, they said Ebola. Now I got it. Put the fucking thermostat in their mouth and they're sucking on this fucking big giant.
Yeah, but now it's going to be like the little boy who cried wolf. I think you got Ebola. Shut
everybody's
up. No, you
gonna
don't.
be
And
going
then
around
what if
all
they
over the
really
place.
do? Yeah.
They're doing it all over the place. Somebody wants to get off a plane. Up, got Ebola.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to get off a bus. Up, I got Ebola. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
You want
fun
to
and
fuck up
games
the line
until
at the
you're
amusement
dead.
park? Up, I got Ebola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Until
Yeah.
somebody actually vomits blood all over everybody who has Ebola, and they're going to go, look, he must be drunk. That's not Ebola.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fun party tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll hear the knockout game. You've heard of the knockout game? It's going to be the Ebola game.
Right.
Going to be going in
Watch
fucking
this.
bodily fluids. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that. Watch this, dude. You're going to die now. That is pathetic.
But seriously, if we're going to get sick, we're going to get sick. Okay, just like you could walk across the street and get hit by a car. Okay, don't have that fear.
We talked about it. Weren't you here when we talked about Mother Nature is going to take back what's hers?
Mother Nature. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So the Dallas hospital is apologizing.
Oops, we
For
started
their
this
Ebola
mess.
trauma.
Yeah, we started this mess. Oops, we let it out.
Ebola.
Yeah,
We're
it's
sorry.
Ebola.
We're sorry. We started
Imagine
the
being that
trauma.
one person that's responsible.
Right.
I mean, well, he's already dead.
Yeah, he's already dead. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but still, imagine that on your mind when you're laying there, whether you're too sick or not. You still have some kind of thought process. You know what I'm saying? Thinking, Jesus, what have I done? You know what I'm saying? Or something more on the
Right.
any kind of lines. I don't know what you would be thinking at that point. God, I'm afraid to die, or whatever the case may be. But
Right.
just that thought that goes through your head. Oh my God, this is going to kill millions of people, and then you die. That being
Just die. Yeah.
that's the kind of guest I want on here, a dead one. Someone who died and knows what it's like. Someone who's
Okay,
died and
alright,
come
well,
back and
okay.
kind of talk about.
There's a few people around that have done that, I guess.
I don't know if I believe them, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing.
Right.
I don't know what to believe when it comes to that subject and spirituality and life after death. I don't know what to believe
Right.
anymore. It's so convoluted. And,
We could always have a seance on
a
Halloween.
seance.
for
We
the
could.
Halloween
You want
show.
to? We'll do the Ouija board.
Yeah.
We could play with my weenie board.
No.
No? Okay. We'll do the Ouija board instead.
Light some incense.
Yeah, right?
Burn some sage.
You have traveled to a period of time and space.
Right. We'd be an internet sensation if a ghost walked in the studio.
Holy shit.
Right.
We'll have it on camera and everything.
Yep.
Sits down, puffs a big fatty with us, busts out some of that ghost weed, be like, yo, man, this is the weed that killed Elvis, dude. I have on CNN, Bay News 9 more about the CDC and Ebola. It says CDC Ebola. CDC to revise Ebola protocol. Pentagon preps team. Look, she's going to pee herself, man. Look at
No,
her.
I'm not.
Ebola.
No, that was yesterday.
Yeah, that was funny. What were we saying that
don't
made you
know.
laugh so much?
I don't
Look at
know.
her. She knows what it
something-
is. She's just not saying it so we don't do it again.
Something Silent Mish says, and when she talks, you gotta listen.
Oh, yeah. It's like E.F. Hutton. When E.F. Hutton speaks, everybody listens.
Not me.
No, I know. Mitch, what's that, Mitch? Like I was fucking surprised. I'm not even surprised anymore. But just go out. Go on. Like the dog. Get. Sorry.
What else?
Everybody looked up at the door like somebody was coming in. I'm like, what?
There he is.
It's the ghost with the ghost doobies. Dr. Anthony Fauci. Fucci?
Whatever his name is.
Fauci. We're going to say Dr. Anthony Fauci because it just sounds better. Directed the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. Testifies on Capitol Hill in Washington Thursday, October 16th at the House Energy Commerce Committee subcommittee. Okay, so it's the House Energy Commerce Committee subcommittee on oversight and investigations held a hearing to examine the response to the Ebola outbreak and whether. Wow, what a way to end the fucking headline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so apparently in Atlanta, the whole name of this fucking thing, Commerce Committee, Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigation. That's a fucking mouthful right there. Who thinks of this shit? It's like, dude, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to talk shit.
Yeah, I got a video, so I can only give you the link.
Yeah, send it over. What is it for?
Ebola.
Ebola. Good to game. To Giuseppe's.
Yeah, they got some
strike
special Ebola team something rather ready to send out in 72 hours. But I could only see the little
special Ebola team. So it's a bunch of snipers
the
with
Pentagon's
big guns.
Got a special strike team
and a whole strike
definitely.
Team. There you go.
Okay.
Strike.
So yeah, I can't.
So
hear
they're
what it says. It'd be interesting.
Strike
to know.
out on Ebola. So they're gonna start sniping people.
It's from CNN. So
he looked like he got a fever.
I sent the link right to you.
There's one.
There's one. Get him, Martha. Alrighty. I don't see it in my mail, brother. That's because I'm not clicking on my mail.
Oh.
I hate it when there's like 90 buttons.
And look to the bottom one this time because last time you got the one that was like up.
months and months ago. It was not the right.
Well, there's something going on with that Facebook mail anyway because when I just went to send it to you, and all of a sudden it jumped up to like.
Yeah, you noticed that?
Yeah, so
like 3 months ago.
Not 3 months.
Well, you know what I
least,
mean. I'm being
at least a week.
Yeah. Just trying to bring it up and get it staged here. We got about 12 seconds before I got it up. So
yeah,
it'll be up in 12 seconds.
That technical crap.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Hey now. So we got. Are you? Oh, I just disconnected my headphones.
Oh no.
No,
you can't hear yourself.
I can now. Are you on the front lines of Ebola? We'd like to hear your story from CNN. For nearly 20 days, Louise Tra has had to endure tremendous fear, grief, and isolation. When told of death of her fiancé, Thomas Eric Duncan, the first person diagnosed with Ebola in the United States, she fell to the ground. The man giving her the news couldn't even console her with a hug. But day 21 is Monday, the day the quarantine period is expected to come to an end, and Tra, her son, and 2 nephews, if the 4 do not develop symptoms by Monday, they will have managed to not contract Ebola despite the close proximity to Duncan. All right, now here's the audio to that, and the headline reads. Thomas Harris Duncan's fiancé set to complete Ebola quarantine Monday. So here we go.
Learned the Defense Department is preparing a military quick strike team that will go anywhere in the United States to help with any cases of Ebola that might arise. I want to bring in CNN Pentagon correspondent Barbara Starr. She's on the phone now. And Barbara, President Obama had said he wanted aggressive action. What are these strike teams designed to do?
Well, hi, Deborah. What we're talking about here is the Department of Health and Human Services this week said to the Pentagon, we may need help. And the Pentagon responded and now is in the process of assembling Some are calling it a quick strike team. Some are calling it a rapid response team. Whatever you want to call it, this is a team for the first time of military medical professionals.
Military team, 5 doctors, 20 nurses, 5 trainers, and they can deploy in 72 hours.
And be ready to deploy if civilian health authorities, the CDC, whatever, says we need help in this particular location. They'll name a location. The team will be able to go there.
Now, tell me that doesn't remind you of the movie Outbreak. That team that they brought out, that was their strike team, their disease strike team. Under, what do you call these, quotations?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Behind quotations. Yes.
Quotations.
That was their strike team. And you saw what they did in the beginning to the one city. Their strike team. They flew over it with fucking a giant incinerary bomb and burned it all up.
The team, 30 people, is going to be made up of 5 doctors, 20 nurses, and 5 so-called trainers, people in the military who are very highly trained in how to deal with this issue of personal protective equipment, how to be compliant with the procedures on how that personal protective gear is used so that healthcare workers are protected and more cases don't erupt from healthcare workers getting the virus. The team orders are to be ready to deploy anywhere in the United States within 72 hours of getting orders. So for the first time now, we've seen military people travel to West Africa to help there. But for the first time now, we're seeing things being put in place for military personnel to help here in the United States if and when they get the order to go. Deborah?
And Barbara, these 5 doctors, 20 nurses, and these effective compliance trainers, have they been trained to work together? Do they know what the response is supposed to be? And is this an area of specialty? Isn't that one of the criticisms, ultimately, that everyone is learning on the job?
Well, to some extent, absolutely. This has just all really emerged in the last hour or so that the Pentagon was putting this together. My understanding from the sources I've spoken to in the last several minutes is they will go to this military base in Texas very rapidly. They're identifying the people now. They will get trained up. They will very quickly learn to work together as a team. That is what the U.S. military does. And they do have people that know how to do this, how to basically respond
just like in the movies
in a crisis. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. You know?
Sounds like a movie.
Sounds like a made-for-movie. Made-for TV movie, too. Could be a soap opera.
No, Lifetime.
Lifetime Achievement Award. You see it coming in somebody's future? You know what? I think, you know who should play the president in that movie?
No.
The black guy, what the hell's his name with the freckles on his face?
I was just
Morgan
getting ready to take
Freeman.
coffee,
Morgan Freeman.
so I'm just...
Morgan
Freeman.
He's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Say it so I don't spit.
That's it.
I was wondering what you were doing. Just because you guys can't see it, Tony went to go take a sip of his coffee just before I started saying something. He was like, I'll wait till he's done.
Yeah, I better wait for his answer this time. you know who's good for that?
All right, so back to the Ebola strikes.
I think your point
Bowling
is
strikes.
very fair and very well taken. This country really hasn't dealt with this sort of issue before, recently at least, and so everybody's a little bit learning on the job. The military has one critical advantage, which people will tell you, is if this erupts into a full-blown crisis, they can assemble large numbers of personnel, equipment, aircraft, medical capability, and move it anywhere in the country very quickly that it might be needed. It's the one part of the United States government that can just really respond very, very quickly. And so they hope they're not going to get called into action, but they will be ready to go if they do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of a very big if.
This shit scares me. I got to be honest with you.
Diagnosed, the equivalent effectively of military boots on the ground. But Barbara, is there any suggestion as to where these doctors and nurses would operate out of? Would they be given hospital privileges, for example? Would they work in tandem with doctors who are treating individuals? Is this about quarantine? Have they given you any further? I know it's just new and you're breaking this news on our air, but is there any specifics or logistics of how this works, what it looks like?
Well, all I can tell you is, legally in the United States, the United States military, the active duty force, always, if they are called to do something in the United States, legally, they are always in support of civilian authorities, whether it's a city that may be having a flood or a state that's fighting a wildfire or a medical crisis that the federal government and state governments are trying to fight. So they will be in support of civilian medical authorities. They will go, if they are ordered, where they are asked to go. This is, not to be flip about it, there's no military martial law in play here. But it is going to be quite interesting because, of course, civilian hospitals do have those separate issues of hospital privileges and their accredited personnel. I'm going to tell you, we don't know at this point exactly how all those issues will be worked out. But what we do know is over the last several days, as the president has been meeting with his advisors, all the portions of the federal government really have been told to look for a more aggressive response to the Ebola situation. And our sources are telling us that over the last several days, this is what the Pentagon and HHS, Health and Human Services, have come up with, that the Pentagon would have the ability to offer some additional medical capability.
Sorry about that. I lost the whole feed on that.
Oh,
lost it?
Really?
Yep.
I was listening, though. I was taking notes. What was it?
The whole feed just came down.
Oh. Not good.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Pay my bill.
Your account
Let's
is
see if I
already
can't
paid
get it back
in
up.
full.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Really?
Pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and
Tony's like, what the fuck are you talking? Oh. Yes. No. No, she is not.
Strangeness.
Strange brew, done what this side of you. Haven't heard from a wise man this morning. Yeah, I can't get this feedback. Oh, here you go.
Response to the Ebola situation, and our
Right where we left. Right where we left off.
Over the last several days, this is what the Pentagon and HHS, Health and Human Services, have come up with, that the Pentagon would have the ability to offer some additional medical capability and medical capacity if it's needed.
I don't know. I just woke up today and I said, I need something sportier.
Pants and boots and pants. Well, that was the end of it anyway, so. Very interesting.
So now let me ask you something.
Okay.
What does the title of this article have to do with anything that was in that video?
I have no idea. It's all about catching your eye.
Yeah.
Oh, let's check that out.
Yeah, because I didn't hear any of them talk about anything.
No.
About Thomas Duncan.
Nothing.
Or any
or
of,
his fiancé
or the memorial.
Coming off the,
or
that's
the
right.
quarantine, I mean.
Yep, coming off quarantine, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It was all about the
you heard
strike team.
Right, you heard what I read, too. It was all about his fiancé coming off quarantine, and then the video. What a very interesting observation. That was a damn good observation. Talk about fucking up your website. That story was probably not meant to be where it was put. That video, somebody screwed up.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah, because that's why, when I was reading the article, and before I sent it to you, and all of a sudden the video started playing by itself.
Yeah.
And I just happened to catch that before I scrolled down.
Yeah, I'm glad you did catch that, because
and I'm like,
yep.
So now that I got to listen to the whole thing, I'm like, okay,
we should
what
email
did any
them.
of that have to do with?
We should email them.
Yeah.
Be like, what? What is wrong with you? So I got a message from someone that used to work for me who went to jail. It says, hey, hit me up ASAP. I need to talk to you. I'm not with beep anymore.
So, okay.
Yeah. Now, it's a model that I had work for me. And apparently she had a warrant out for her arrest when we were doing work. And she went to jail. And now she's back out. Which, hey, listen, shit happens. I'm not judging anybody because of it. You know, shit happens. And it happens to everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. You've been staring down the barrel of a gun at one point in your life. Whether it's a physical, actual gun or it's, you know, a metaphorical gun. Everybody stares down the end of one. Johnny will tell you every morning when he wakes up. Sits down in front of the computer, turns it on, sees work, there's his gun. Same with me. But anyway. Anywho, I'm interested to see what's the gist of things. You know what I'm saying? The gist of things.
Shall we see?
What's the gist of things? What's the gist of things? There you go. What does the magic 8-ball say?
We'll see.
It's not an 8-ball anymore. Yeah.
I can't read that.
Must have been the same one that I got the other day. I couldn't read it.
It says very doubtful.
Yeah, see? Very doubtful. So what would that mean?
What's the gist?
The gist
is very doubtful.
So, yeah. Doesn't look good for you. I mean, I'm not the one that needs the help. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not the one that needs the help that she's asking for. I'm not what? Silent Miss says something, but it goes,
yeah.
And you can't hear it. It's like, what? Yeah.
Silent Miss is saying something already.
Quiet. Johnny says, for sure, with the staring down a gun every day. Here, you hold that. I'll go back to the show. So, beings that we have, beings that we have. Is that actually the proper way of saying beings? Beings that we have.
I think it's without the S.
Is it being that we have? Yeah, being, that sounds better. Being that we have a Ferguson historian coming on. We're going to talk a little about Ferguson once it gets towards that time. I have the story pulled up. And like I said, Vice News has their own page dedicated to Ferguson. So for those of you who want to know what's going on, we'll put the link up.
There we go.
What can I tell you? And what else we got? Maria, what'd you say you had something to read?
I'm looking. I'm waiting.
Deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights.
I'm looking.
I don't know.
Deer in the headlights. Deer in the headlights. USF ready to train health insurance navigators. Okay, sounds like a gaming thing. This is the local headlines off of Bay News 9, and I'll just go ahead and read through the local headlines here. And again, local meaning Florida, of course, people. If you want me to start reading the headlines where you're at, you're going to have to, join in, chime in, and all that kind of shit. No, I'll start reading a little bit of the headlines, city-specific. So, you know who I haven't heard from regularly in the chat? Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah, she hasn't been in the chat regularly like she was. She was all gung-ho every day.
Well, yeah.
Died off.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daisy. Nothing like
She'll
throwing
be
people.
around.
Yeah, I know. She's probably in and out. She got kids, so. First one on local headlines is Nigeria's Ebola outbreak is officially over. So I guess they cleaned up Nigeria.
Okay.
How's that
Got rid of
local
Ebola.
headline?
I don't know. It must have had.
I just flipped on the Hernando one.
I'm on the main page for local news.
Yeah, well, I just flipped to their Hernando tab.
Yeah. And what does it say? Same thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
What their main one is Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Fucking Balloon Boy. All I think about is Ocean's 11. Balloon Boy! You're a balloon boy! When they're in the casino making the distraction with the balloons over the camera. Balloon Boy! You're a balloon. You're spitting in my face! The two of them.
Yeah, it's all about the Balloon Boy and his band.
Oh, joy. The Balloon Boy
That's
Band.
the Hernando County.
The Balloon Boy Band.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's not what they're calling it.
Yeah, well, it sounds better.
It's a family act.
Yeah.
Which that's what it was when they flew in the balloon. It was a family act then, so I guess they're staying in.
That is the scam alert. Scam alert. You're busted.
The Heen boys.
The Heen boys.
Yeah.
Heen.
The Heen boys. The Heen. They're such good little boys.
Boys.
Boys to men.
Z? Yeah. The world's youngest metal band.
Yeah, okay.
That's what they claim to be.
Yeah, as long as there's no balloons on stage, they'll be doing just fine. But like, look, there goes the balloon boy. And he's standing on the balloon jamming out. See, now that, you want to impress me? There you go. Hanging by his nuts, playing on the guitar from one of your balloons. So back to Nigeria's Ebola outbreak is officially over. I really want to know, did they send over that old lady that gives out the Swiffer boxes and a couple of bottles of bleach and some hand towels and Swiffers, and she just went to town, cleaned up Nigeria, got rid of Ebola? See?
Yeah.
So who said this? The CDC said this?
This is Bay News 9. It says, let me bring up this page.
Yeah, because who's making this page?
Yeah, who's exactly. I'm
just wanting to know because it goes back to something else that I read.
Okay. All right.
Before the weekend.
The World Health Organization, World Health Organization, has declared that Nigeria is now free of Ebola. In an update issued Monday, the UN Health Agency said the country's containment of the lethal disease was a spectacular success today. Yeah, sure. They got it under control over there because they brought it over here.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Over here. Bastards. Do me a favor. Will you message Henry the Hitman? See if he's coming in this morning. Might have Henry the Hitman coming in this morning. Come hang out. He might not get on mic, but he's definitely going to hang out. Got you. Here's something for you. That's today's thought of the day.
Yeah. The reason I was wondering is because, Obama appointed this new Ebola czar.
Ebola czar?
Right.
What the fuck is that?
The head guy now over the whole Ebola team, the whole thing over the CDC. Their spokesman.
In unison.
The one.
Oh.
The one who is he has no medical background.
None
whatsoever.
So this is the guy that's
supposed everybody
supposed to cure the most deadliest virus we got.
No, he's not supposed to cure it.
He's supposed to oversee it.
He's supposed to oversee it and run the whole spokesman thing, okay?
What does he do to the whole?
What?
You said run the whole.
Run the whole thing.
Oh, I was like, what's he doing to what hole? Where?
Yeah, he's supposed to, run the entire the entire team, the entire everything.
He's
and
in charge.
Now everybody
He's
on Obama's team is all
they're
all like, yeah, this is a good guy. This is the best guy.
Wait a minute.
He is the one who will put out our message.
Our message?
On the disease, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, what are they saying? It's cured!
Yeah.
The outbreak's over.
Yep.
So, that's why I was curious where it came from. And now, this is the World Health Organization.
Yep.
I don't know that he's over charge of them, but I do know he's over the CDC and whatever.
No shit.
US, yeah.
So he's like a surgeon general.
I forget his name. It was in the news last week.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's interesting because it's supposed to be the deadliest, most uncurable fucking disease out there, but there's no more in Nigeria.
It's probably a popular Halloween costume this year.
It is a very popular Halloween costume this year. You would not believe a lot of the the Today shows and all of them kind of shows.
Yeah.
That
Good Morning
sit around.
America.
Right, they sit around with their pinkies in the air, sipping tea and crumpets all morning.
Right.
The ones that live in that fantasy world, they say, "Oh, that's such a tacky outfit." What are you fucking kidding me? Sales on that motherfucker's going through the roof.
Yeah.
It's so tacky. Well, it may be tacky, but it's selling like a son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What's scary is the CDC is going to come walking through the center of town with all of these dudes dressed up like that on Halloween. You're not going to know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Oh, they're going to be like, yeah, think it's a costume, huh?
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
I got a treat for you. Let's try the inside of one of these coffins. How's that for a treat? Or is that a trick? I'm not too sure. So next is
because Halloween they can just bring them coffins and lay them all around. And,
who the fuck would know? He'd be like, "Oh, that's cool looking. Look, look. There's a dead body in that one. That's pretty cool. Look, he looks like he's got Ebola. Meanwhile, he's fucking got Ebola just spitting out of his freaking blood Plus
How do you
pockets.
know if someone has it?
Well, Halloween, you're not going to fucking
Yeah,
know.
right.
You're going to look all the same.
Yeah.
You know how you'll know? The day after Halloween. Whoever's
Yeah.
still outside, those are the ones who have the infectious diseases. So the weather confirm comfy temps.
How's the
Lots
weather?
of sunshine. Temperatures have been great. Yesterday was beautiful. Yesterday was great.
Did you like that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
nice.
I froze my ass off in bed last night because I had this rinkety fucking tissue paper of a fucking blanket. Yeah. Sorry ass thing. Decided
Okay,
to
all
sleep.
in unison.
In other news. Nah, we
In-
decided
in
to.
other news in Philly, it's official. Philadelphia cannabis decriminalization law takes place today.
No shit. So in Philadelphia,
in the city of brotherly love.
only in Philly or the
Only
state?
in Philly. Nope,
Only in the city of Pennsylvania, cannabis is decriminalized.
Yep.
Sweet, Johnny. Pack your bags. We're going to Philly.
Those caught possessing up to 30 grams of cannabis will be given a $25 ticket. Unless
Nice.
they're caught smoking in public, in which case the ticket will be raised to $100.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
$25 for 30 grams. Meanwhile, they're trying to, these fucking douchebag scumbags here in this piece of shit of a Hernando County are trying to lock me up over 17.6.
Yeah.
Trying to give me 5 years over 17.6 grams. And you want to tell me there's no fucking corruption in that system? Yeah. Bunch of good old boy, redneck, motherfucking pieces of shit. And I'm sorry if I offend anybody. I really do. I've learned over the years that saying that I just said is almost as bad as calling Jewish people kike, black people the N-word, things of that nature, and I really apologize, but for those citizens that live here in Hernando County, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway.
And it also says, too, under current Philadelphia law, those caught possessing up to 30 grams of cannabis are typically charged with a misdemeanor and may spend up to 30 days in jail.
Ooh.
So
I'll go do 30 fucking days in jail over that bullshit.
it's still illegal.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But it's
In the
criminal.
city.
In Philly.
It's
cool.
decriminalized. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can chill out in a club, right?
Philly's cool. There's lots to do in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Philadelphia only because
I don't think I've
the
ever
only
been
reason
to
I
Philly.
hate it
What?
is because
I
I've
hate
never
the
been there.
Eagles.
I've never been there outside of being in a tractor trailer.
Oh. Okay.
So
yeah, it's busy.
I hate a
It's
lot
busy.
of fucking cities because I had to go
You're
in there
from
with my
New
truck.
York. Everybody hates
No, I hate New York. When I have to go in
New
there with my
York.
truck. New York. I hate it when I have to go in there with my truck.
Yeah.
If we drive in there and I got my Magnum and my Lincoln, fuck, I love it. It's great. I can go down to Southern State, Cross Island, all the parkways. You know what I mean? Whatever I'm not allowed to be on with a truck.
Right.
When you go in there in a truck, oh, God, it sucks. You have to go through the city. You have to drive on the worst roads in God's
Yeah.
creation. You have to fucking drive like a maniac.
I
otherwise,
drove through it once, and it was like just
that was enough. That was enough to
It's
convince
like
you,
another
wasn't it?
planet.
It is.
If you're from
Yes. You bring somebody from the South, which I
Yeah.
did at one point.
Yeah.
I met this girl here in Florida, babe. This was shortly before I moved back here and met you. I met this girl. She was from Brooksville. We, quote, fell in love, end quote. I was in lust. She was in love. And I wanted to leave the state. She said, well, I got money. Let's go. And we shuffled off to Buffalo. No, we went right back to where I fucking grew up. No, actually, we moved to Sayville.
You don't even know.
No, I don't. I'm confused. But it sucked. It sucked. And she was like, she didn't know what to fucking do. Coming from Brooksville, we lived in Sayville, and she worked in Hicksville, which she was right at home in Hicksville. But she wasn't. She thought she was. She's like,
Right.
Hicksville, I'm going home. I love it. There's a bunch of people from where I'm from knows more of the city than she expected. She had to drive this in her, what was it, a 72, or no, it was a 1970 Chevy Chevelle. She had to drive to work in that car every day, and yeah, she fucking hated it. I come home from work one day to a note. I left. My ex-boyfriend came and picked me up, and I went back to Florida. I was like, later.
Got rid of that one.
Yeah, that's when times really got rough. That's when I went homeless and started living on the streets up in New York. But anyway, deputies crash gunshots in parking lot fight.
Yeah, that was the one in St. Pete. Yeah.
That's the one you were talking about. Ooh, the deputy's cute. The one female deputy. Deputies responded to an incident which happened in the parking lot of a McDonald's at 66th Street and 54th Avenue. Yeah, that's exactly what you were talking about before. Yup. Yeah, that's what I said, dumbass. Weren't you listening to me? No, I'm just making fun of myself. Early morning robocalls rouse local residents. What the fuck is that?
Robocalls?
Yeah. Robocalls are fake. Early morning robocalls taunting Kathleen Peters rouse some local residents. What is this? Okay, the recorded calls between 3 and 6 a.m. said he was running for the State House District. So these are campaign phone calls that they got running at the wrong time from 3 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the morning in Pinellas County. These people are idiots. No wonder Florida fucks up the elections every year. Holy shit. Yeah, we're going to get us some votes, boy. Jesus Christ. I want to see how all of these government officials and government elects and elects by the people. I want to see how we should run the next 20 years, all right, of elections to where you're not allowed to get funding from outside sources. You have to use all your own damn money. So if you want to run for the presidency, you pay for it yourself. You want to run for governor, you pay for it yourself. We'll see who makes it then. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed Rick Scott will not be on the ballot then. Guaranteed dick fuck ass wipe shit.
Oh no, Rick Scott's got money by himself.
If he's got to spend his own money to run for fucking governor, I guarantee that piece of shit's going to be like, nope.
Well, he might not want to spend his own money. But I mean, if that was a requirement, it had been.
Right.
He's got money.
Now, yeah. We wouldn't have scumbags, is what I'm saying. We'd actually have people that want to be there that would say, well, I'm going to spend this money and make a difference because I want my money back. At least that'd be my philosophy anyway. I don't know. I just think it would be a little more
but it would
effective.
still be the ones with the money.
Yeah, you're right. So I guess there's really no difference.
Yeah, it would still be the ones with the money.
They're just not politicians at that point. They're just millionaires because you can buy an election at that point. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't solve really anything. Damn it. Thought I had the answer. Thought I was going to change the world. Shit. So much for my delusions of grandeur. Yeah. A bumpy ride for drivers on Cortez Bridge. There's a bridge on Cortez. And this is local news. So all I think of is Cortez Boulevard, Highway 50, no? Let's see.
Yeah, but there's
a bumpy ride for drivers on the Cortez Bridge. Currently,
that's
construction crews now are installing 12 new expansion bearings in the bridge. Where does it go across, though? Oh, Bradenton Beach. Yep. I think I know that bridge. Been across it a few times with the big truck. Kind of cringe up your butt cheeks when you go across bridges like that on an 80,000-pound truck. You're like, oh, Jesus, am I going to make it?
I know there's some of those long bridges that you start going across them, and next thing you know, you're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
All the way across. And you can't,
That's
can't
concrete
see what
warp.
I'm saying, but you're just bouncing.
Yeah, that's concrete warp.
Yeah.
And when
on the long bridges.
Yeah, well, when they build those, they put a natural arch in it. So for settling and shit like that, they put an arch in them when they build them. But for some reason, man, anytime I've been on a bridge that they do that to, it's the same thing. From one expansion to the other, it's like going up a hill and downhill, but it's so slight.
And don't you figure that all that heavy weight bouncing on there is maybe driving those pylons down into the water a little farther?
I don't know about that, but maybe doing damage to the bridge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would think. You get a couple trucks on there, start bouncing good enough. Like, look at what is it that? God, it's an old historical black and white video, and that's where the term Bouncing Betty came from, the bridge, the Bouncing Betty Bridge.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was in San Francisco, or it was out west somewhere, and that fucker was just dancing. It was a suspension bridge. That's all it ever reminds me of. You know what I'm talking about? The suspension bridge where you see all those videos, and it's just fucking dancing like this. You can see the one guy walking towards the edge of it, and it's I can't remember where it is, but whenever you see a bridge documentary, they show that video. That's what it reminds me of. Just driving over it, and all of a sudden, doing, 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 doing.
I know there was some big bridge I went over in California. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't remember what bridge it was, but it was in San Francisco.
Gotcha.
So whatever bridge that is.
I actually want to go out west over Hoover Dam because now the new highway's built to where you don't drive over the dam anymore. They closed that road down. You can't even. After 9/11, dude, that was new. You had a hazmat load, you don't even fucking turn down this road. Go that way. Take the long way around. Yeah. Yeah, they were worried about somebody driving over that bridge with a big old tanker or something and popping it. You know, be like laying fucking a giant vat of champagne bottles or, a giant rack of champagne bottles and uncorking them at once. What's up? We got news going on over there?
We are looking for stuff, yeah.
They're looking for stuff.
Yes.
As George Carlin says, stuff.
So they got stuff. They don't have news. They got stuff.
Right. As soon as you buy a house.
Or do they have
It's
news
not a place to live
stuff?
in. It's a place for your stuff. So you can get more stuff. You go to the store, you buy stuff. You get a house, you need to fill it with what?
More stuff. Right.
All right, what else we got?
What do you got?
First 25 promotes racially literal. I don't know what that is. Hero.
Man
USF.
fatally stabbed at Port Richey strip club.
Oh.
What? Hey,
I didn't know Port Richey had strip clubs.
You do too.
No, I knew they had, clubs, but I didn't think that they were allowed to strip in Pasco County.
It seems that our vice president's son's a fucking cocaine addict.
Yeah, I was just trying to find that story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, you're not quick
and I got
enough.
distracted. I know.
You're not
Is that
quick
big
enough.
news? So he was.
I don't know. I didn't pull up a story. I'm just reading what
Okay.
the sign that Silent Miss is holding up.
I know. She's
Yeah.
like,
Right? That was
but
the
he
extended-
tested positive for
Yeah.
something. Joe
Kicked out of the
Biden's
Navy.
son. Yeah, kick out of the Navy.
Talk about a spit in the face.
Right.
That's bad.
Son of a- Yeah.
That's bad. Definitely. I'd like to see a service record and see if it's an honorable or a dishonorable discharge. Should be a dishonorable discharge. The Navy works high on an honor system. They greatly believe in their honor system. I had a buddy whose name I won't mention, but got kicked out of the Navy because of an honor code violation, and meaning he had knowledge of somebody else that was stealing, and he didn't rat them out. It's an honor code violation. They honorably discharged him, didn't they? Didn't he get an honorable discharge? I think he did. I think he got an honorable discharge, but they kicked his ass out.
Actually, it was his daughter. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, according to this story.
His daughter got kicked out of the Navy?
Caught, yeah. Joe Biden's
No, it was
daughter.
his son.
Okay. It was his
It's been
son,
all over
yeah.
his news, yeah.
Okay.
His daughter might have got kicked out of the Navy for blowing her sergeant
I
or
don't
something
know.
like that, but who knows?
Yeah, because it said his son. I know that I saw the picture.
I want to be E5. I want to be E5.
Alrighty.
What? That's not funny. Silent Miss making these comments that you guys don't want to hear.
I know. We're not paying
That's why we have
attention.
headphones on.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are the lucky
So
ones.
she
Believe
can.
me. When she does speak, it's a doozy. So what do we got? What do we want to hear this morning? What kind of music you guys want to listen to this morning? Because it's break time and I'm ready for it.
Break time, yeah.
John's like, oh fuck, here we go. Just in time for me to drive to work. You're gonna take your damn little break.
Right.
What do we feel like listening to this morning? You want to hear some kill your mother, eat your brother, fuck your sister, or you want to hear some Monday, or would you like to hear some whole lot of loving, or would you like to hear This Is the End, or come on, what kind of music?
Yeah, this is the end, my friend.
Okay.
This is the end.
The Doors it is. Let's see what we got playing. Hello, I Love You. This is The Doors' greatest hits album. So, we'll let this play.
That'll work.
Yeah, we'll let this play, and we'll be back after a break, folks. You're listening to Talk Shit Radio. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you in a little bit. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah.
I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose. And our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on 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 fire.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Alright, yeah.
People are strange. When you're a stranger, you're fucking ugly and you're all alone.
When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one
Quick little shout out to Chris and the crew heading down south, driving on the road. You guys be safe out there and work hard and make lots of money.
love me 2 times, baby. Love me twice today. Love me 2 times, girl. I'm gone away. Love me 2 times, girl. One for tomorrow, one just for today. Love me 2 times. I'm gone away. Love me 1 time. Do not speak. Love me 1 time. Yeah, my knees got weak. Love me 2 times, girl. Last me all through the week. Love me 2 times. I'm gone away. Love me 2 times. sunshine could not speak. Got me one time, baby. Yeah, my knees got weak. Love me two times, girl. Last week, all through the week. Love me two times. I'm gone away. Love me two times, babe. Love me twice today. Love me two times, babe. 'Cause I'm gone away. Love me two times, girl. One for tomorrow, one kiss for today. Love me two times. I'm gone away. Love me two times. I'm gone away. Love me two times. I'm gone away.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm, there's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday, let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road, yeah. the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm.
All my life I never stopped to worry about a thing. Open up and shout it out, never try to sing. Wondering if I've done it wrong. Will this depression last for long? Won't you tell me where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Once we had an easy ride and always felt the same. Time was on our side, we had everything to gain. That did me like yesterday. Is that me or happy days? Mom, I look back on all the things they used to do. Never had no money and they always told the truth. Daddy didn't need no little toys. Mommy didn't need no little boys. Won't you tell me where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Yesterday was such an easy game for you to play. But then let's face it, things are easier today. Yes, you need some bringing down. Get your feet back on the ground. Won't you tell me where have all the good times gone? 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 Where have all the good
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-0906. 800-296-0906. 800-296-0906. That's 800-296-0906.
Are you disabled? Has your disability insurance company wrongfully denied paying your claim for benefits? Or maybe you didn't even know you had a long-term disability insurance policy through your employer. The smartest thing you can do right now is call the Disability Group for help. Don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. Listen to how one phone call to the Disability Group has helped people just like you.
They were on my team. They were on my side. If anybody in my family needed, help, I would refer them to the Disability Group.
And you pay nothing unless you win your case and receive your benefits. The Disability Group will put you in touch with a nationally recognized and experienced team who will fight for your rights. Call the Disability Group right now for a free, no-obligation consultation. Remember, the call is free and could help you secure thousands of dollars a month in benefits. Dial 800-448-8604. That's 800-448-8604. Call 800-448-8604. Call now.
Are you worried about losing your home to foreclosure? If you've been threatened with foreclosure or receive legal papers from your bank, you have approximately 30 days to respond. If you do not respond, you could lose your home. You have rights. Act now to protect your rights. You can stay in your home. Many times you can even modify your loan. The bottom line is you can get past this, but you must act right now. If you've been served by your bank and you're worried about losing your home to foreclosure, now is the time to fight back and save your home. Time is limited, so call the professionals at National Foreclosure Defense right now.
800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. That number again is 800-932-4102.
Hey, we'll be right back after a few more messages. You listen to Talk Shit Radio. Appreciate it.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code GIFT13 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code GIFT13. That's GIFT 13 at AdamandEve.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-441-3678 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-441-3678 to take your call now. Call 1-800-441-3678. That's 1-800-441-3678. Again, 1-800-441-3678.
What's the difference between the Army and the Cub Scouts? Cub Scouts don't have heavy artillery.
Hey now, welcome back to Talk Shit Radio, everyone.
Hey now.
Turn up Chrissy's microphone.
Sorry.
There
I think
she
it
is.
was me. I don't think I was.
No, you were close.
Nah,
you were
good.
you were fine.
Okay. Yep,
I
yep.
just didn't turn it up. We're back. We got Chrissy in the studio with us this morning.
Good morning.
Tony is here. Obviously, Maria's here. And
Yeah.
we're all just
Where
sitting here
else would I
talking
be?
shit. Yeah,
Where
right.
else would I
well,
be?
you could be still sleeping.
I could be.
I could be too. See,
Right?
damn show.
But we're not.
No, we're not. We're here with you.
Yeah.
And
because we love you.
why? Because we love you. Ready on 3. That's the sound effect I didn't load this morning. I was looking for that. No sign of old wise man this morning. Last I heard, he was in the hospital, and they kept him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that, yep.
I'm not sure if it's too early to call him, but I think we'll hold off, and I'll see if I can't get a hold of him later, and
Right.
maybe call him tomorrow. Coming up at 9:30, we have our Ferguson historian going to be on the phone, and a novelist, and his name is
Dun, dun, dun.
Michael Datcher. I do believe I'm saying that right, Datcher.
Yes.
So he's a Ferguson area historical novelist, and he's a historian of Ferguson area. Coffee's coming up.
Ferguson, Missouri.
Yeah, Ferguson, Missouri.
All that crazy
and I have,
stuff's going
right,
on.
speaking of which, all right, so there's a bunch of headlines for Ferguson. First one is Ferguson and the violence of sanitizing the struggle for civil rights. I'm not too sure what that means. I can read into the story, but I'm just going to put the link up on Facebook for our listeners to engage themselves and read it and check it out. As soon as I can get over to another one, I'll read another one. So we also have Moral Monday. Ooh, I heard Velcro.
Velcro.
You heard that?
Zip.
You didn't hear it? Do it again.
I that was nothing.
You heard it? That's what I heard, but you didn't even have it up to the microphone.
I know. How's my pants?
Yeah, and then we have Moral Monday.
Oh, no,
protests. Uh-oh.
She's
Hey
dropping
now,
her
here she
drawers
goes
over
giving me
there.
her butt again. She tried giving me her butt outside. Her cigarette butt, that is. Moral Monday. Protests flare up across St. Louis on final day of Ferguson weekend of action. So shit's still hitting the fan bad. Then we have protesters arrested outside Ferguson Police Department. There's just a lot of things going on.
In Ferguson.
Thanks, Mish. Just hit my hand, knocked me off my page, clicked a bunch of shit. Way to go, Mish. What else?
You be nice to Mama.
So, yeah, there's a lot of Ferguson things and a lot of shit going on in Ferguson that we're going to address with this guest. And
But has it always been going on?
well, that's what I want to.
Yeah,
That's part of being a historian
Back
of
in my
Ferguson,
day.
right? I want to know more. You know what I mean?
Don't pay attention to me.
Yeah, you're checking the mic sound or something.
I'm just
aren't you?
doing weird shit.
Obviously. Hey now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talking a little about Ferguson and knowing the history
learn
of Ferguson.
something.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get to know a little bit of the history of Ferguson, Missouri, and might give us a little insight into why things, that the tension is so bad over there right now.
I think I'm hearing something different in the sound because you did more stuff
That was me, I burped.
in the studio.
You think so?
Over the weekend, yeah, because you cleaned up in here and you added some more stuff, and
It's changing the sound.
It's changed the sound, yeah.
You
so
think?
Yeah, so don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
He's got an ear for that.
I mean, it
sounds fine to me.
Yeah, well, see,
but
there's a difference. He's a sound engineer.
Yeah.
And I keep
Right.
hearing the same thing. Right. It keeps happening.
And for those of you that don't know what sound engineers are, basically,
They pushed a button.
Yeah, he's the guy that does all the buttons on the big
Elevator
soundboards.
go up.
No, literally. I mean,
Elevator
it's
go
not. It's no
down.
bullshit. If you put it
push
in
the
layman's
button.
terms and you simplify it, a sound
I
engineer
pushed
is
a
the man
button.
you see in a recording studio pushing the buttons, turning the knobs, twisting the dials,
twisting the
I
knobs.
know. Every
pushing
time
the
I hear I
buttons.
push the button, it makes me think of the Tiny Toons where it goes elevator go up, elevator go down. I pushed the button.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And Chris does the same thing.
That was the Baby Tunes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Tunes. That's what it was.
Tiny
I never watched
They're
it
tiny,
fully, but
they're teeny. Yeah.
they're weenie and they're loony or some shit like that, right? Yeah.
I think they're tiny and they're toony.
Yeah. See, now you're gonna force me to bring up the Tiny Tunes theme song.
They're all together loony.
And I remember it too. TINY Tunes.
See, I'm young
My
enough.
kids,
That was actually
I know. My
cartoons.
kids used to watch it.
I'm
I
still young
know.
enough. What the fuck you saying here? Holy
See, and
Jesus.
you know what? And some
Well, no,
people-
I'm saying you weren't a kid when Tiny Toons.
Watch
came
it.
out.
How about when-
Watch it.
Did you ever watch the Chimps from Chump?
The do what?
Chimps.
The Chimps from Chump.
Excuse me for 1 minute.
No, that
There
was
is no
probably
excuse
before
for you.
her time.
No, I got it.
No.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. And in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. We're comic dispensers, we cut them all the censors.
Now, if you can see me, I'm bobbing my head back and forth, dancing to the tune. I would put the cameras on, but I'm in no shape to put the cameras on. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm in no shape to put the cameras on today. But they are set up.
Ah, see, that could have something to do with it, even. The other
Signal
electronic-
strength, why?
Yeah.
It's possible because there's no sound hooked up to the computers. The computers are muted.
To the cameras, I know.
Right. The sound comes and it mixes into the video board and then through the stream.
Right.
And it
but
all
I'm
mixes
saying
into
them
tiny little
being
pizzas.
in the vicinity now, because they weren't even in the studio.
Yeah,
They were out in
there.
the other room, on the table.
It's affecting the signal.
Yeah, because there's more electronic wires now to run by and near the microphone.
Right, and those aren't resistor. You know, whatever that resistor is to the noise thingy. Yeah, neither one of them are that are hooking it up. Yeah. So
and this one is like close.
So you're
close,
hearing that.
and that's where I'm kind of hearing it is
right
close, somewhere between yours and my microphone.
Gotcha. To where we've got actually decent. A real decent volume level. What I'm seeing here now, it's
the
not
volume
too
level
high.
is not what's questioned.
Yep.
It's what's behind the
That you are hearing some kind of white
And
noise, so to speak.
I only hear it every.
Maybe
it's
a
not
ghost.
white noise.
Maybe it's a ghost.
I can't
It's that
explain
ghost
what it
coming
is.
in.
Yeah, I can't explain what it is.
I guess I should probably get the phone line up soon, huh?
Yeah,
might want to.
Yeah, that usually
get that
helps.
system started. I do have the new system,
but we haven't tried the new one.
We
yet.
have not tried the new system yet. We do have the new system. Okay.
Gotcha.
And we'll have to give people an access code. But we're going to use this system. I'm going to use the 1321 number as just random call-ins, bullshit like that.
Right.
From now on, guests will get scheduled with this phone number because we can have multiple. I can put 100 people in the room at once. It'll be awful
So somebody else
confusing.
could call in and ask the guest a question.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
And with not yet.
Not yet.
It's
You
on a
can't
need to
talk
know
about it.
basis, and you don't need to know.
Okay.
The Benny Hill salute. Look, you're too young for that show, aren't you? Benny Hill.
No, I've actually seen it.
Oh God, the Benny Hill show's hilarious.
I am too young for it, but I have.
I was too, so don't feel bad. Tony might even be a little too fucking young for that show. That was the Benny Hill
No,
show. Was
me and my dad used to sit around and
60s,
watch that all the
50s,
time,
was
yeah.
it? Yeah.
The Benny Hill.
Yeah, I love that show. The little bald guy that he smacked in the head all the time.
Yeah, the back.
I don't know. When was it made? Because it was black and white. Or maybe that just might have been because my TV was black and white. Yeah.
What was the theme song, though?
I'm
Benny
working
Hill,
on it.
Benny
I'm working
Hill.
on it. I'm
You know
trying
what
to get-
I liked?
trying to
It was actually before my time, but I really liked
And then
it.
Monty Python was on after it.
Welcome Back, Cotter.
Yeah.
I loved Welcome Back, Cotter.
Mr. Cotter.
Well, I can only pull up one at a time, okay?
Okay.
Which one
Benny
is it?
Hill.
Welcome Back, Cotter, or Benihana. Hill.
Yeah.
Hill.
Benny Hill.
All right.
Benny Hill.
So, Benny Hill theme song. Are we ready?
Benny Hill.
Ready.
Go ahead.
I know it now.
God, I remember this so much. All I picture is him running around, chasing a half-naked woman, smacking the little bald guy. I stalled it.
Common. It's common. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was like a real racial show, or not racial, but what do you call it? Racy show for its time.
For its time, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
for
racy.
its time, yes.
Yeah. Funny as hell. All right, what was the other theme song you wanted to hear?
Welcome back, Carter.
Okay.
Welcome back. That's about the only part I remember.
All right.
Welcome back.
All right, so you wanted it. You got it. I know what our next trivia is going to be. Theme songs.
Your dreams were your ticket out.
God, I remember a better day back when this was on the TV.
See, and I didn't watch the show much.
I did because it was after school
My
kind of
mom-
programming.
My mom loved this show, so she'd always play it. That's the
Yeah,
only
your
reason
mom,
I know
what's
it.
freaky is your mom's like my age or just a little bit older than me, right?
I don't know how old you are.
You don't know how old I am? I'm in my 40s.
Well, quite a bit older than me.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. She looks young.
My mom.
Well, don't say it, but
Let's
she'll
put
be
it this way.
mad.
My mother's 26.
You said
no,
what on
I'm
the radio?
I'm not going to say her age, but let's put it this way.
20-something years older than me?
She's 26 years older than
Well, you
me.
just said her age.
No, because not everybody knows my age.
There you
Oh,
go.
I do.
Well, you do, but
Yep.
not everybody
Chrissy's
listens.
49 years old. She just
Screw
looks
you.
really good for her age.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, but just think about it. If you're 49 now and look like that, Chrissy, think what you're going to be at 70. You're going to look like you're 40. You
I
know
hope
what I'm saying?
I hope I look like my mom.
Dude,
like
we
in
met
my
last night.
50s, I still look like I'm in my
Took
30s.
him for 70s. This guy we met last night, Chrissy, took him for 70s. He's talking to him. Goes, yeah, when I hit my 70s. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's 70. He's like, yeah, and then when I hit my 80s. I'm like, what? Yeah. I thought he was going to keep going. Then when I hit my 90s, I was like, I was going to be like, no way, this guy's even out here digging fucking holes.
Yeah.
Now, what he's digging holes for, you ask? We cannot divulge that information. No, I'm just kidding.
Digging trenches across the
Sewage, like,
backyard.
yeah, sewage problems. That sucks. It's a shitty job, but somebody has to do it.
And he needs something to do to keep him
Oh my
occupied,
God, bro!
really.
Michelle, he reminded
was
me
always
Silent
so
Mish.
active before.
Yeah, see, he
a
reminds
really
me of
cool
Silent
guy.
Mish's grandfather.
He's a really
cannot
cool guy.
sit still.
But
And if
did
he
you
does,
see what
it's
he was
only for-
wearing? Did
Yeah,
you see what
the
he's wearing?
coveralls. That's
Okay.
old school, bro.
That is what he wears
All the time.
every day. That's what he's always worn. No, and I've known him a little over 30
How many
years
does he
myself.
have? Probably like 30 pair, right? Different colors and shit.
Probably,
or is
yeah,
it
he's
all
got
the blue?
and
oh,
yeah,
okay,
most,
so
they're
yeah,
mostly all blue.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what he wore every day to work.
That's
Every-
fucking funny.
and every
bro.
day.
Yep. Coveralls, man. That was the shit back then.
Mhm.
That was the shit.
That was it. No,
That was
don't
it.
do
That
Yeah.
was the shit.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay, so Tony's girls are coming into the studio today. We got a little surprise.
Yeah.
Tony's daughters
Oh,
are
yeah,
here. They
we're
want to see what
We
it
don't
takes to
know.
make radio. So
Yeah.
we're going to bring them in, let them sit down and watch. So I have to refrain from being a asshole. So I'm going to get it out now. Fuck, suck, cock, sucker, motherfucking to the ball, bitch. Okay, I'm all done. For the rest of the show.
Ebola.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ebola,
Yeah.
good the game. We take them all the time. That's Giuseppe. Picking up his friend.
Giuseppe.
It's the Giuseppe picking up his friend. All right, so what other theme songs till we
Theme
do?
songs.
Did you know these celebrities were
The
murdered?
chimps from Chump.
Wow.
Chimps.
No, I'm going to try and stump you real quick
I don't
on
remember
one.
the theme song for them.
See,
I
well,
just
yeah, well,
remember,
nobody remembers that show, period.
I
Do you,
yeah, I
you remember it?
What show?
The chimps from Chump.
Nope.
See?
I got one. Let's see if anybody remembers this one.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
We're waiting.
Yeah, well, I'm going to wait myself.
Push the button.
I'm pushing buttons. There's
Push your
just too many
button.
damn buttons. All right, so
Push your button.
I loved this show, and let's see if anybody else can get it. Oh, well, I guess we got it.
Duh.
Damn it.
That was a giveaway. That was a giveaway.
That was a dead giveaway.
Shit it. You suck, Felix.
The cat. You just.
Scared me. I was looking around and going, what the hell was that? Good morning, ladies. Welcome to the studio. How are you?
Hi, girls.
Oh, she's videotaping?
Oh,
nice. Cool.
Oh, how's that? That's cool, huh?
Cool.
Yeah, do you girls want to say hello to the listeners?
No, dude.
She's like, no
No,
way.
you don't want your voice on the radio.
She'll have to
They
come over.
will.
Say
She'll
hello.
have to come over a little
Yeah.
closer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we're bringing on. Whoa, hey now, that mic's way up there.
Say hello in the microphone.
Hello.
Yeah, see, we never went through those ones.
Nah.
She said hello.
Is that one on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because I heard
Oh.
her behind me, but it didn't
Hello.
sound. There we go.
There she is.
Hello.
Oh, those are Tony's
That's
girls.
Yep.
You want to introduce yourselves? Nope. They said nope. All right, the mic's down. It's making too much background noise. Yeah, we got to adjust that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we never went through those.
No.
Yeah.
And I've got it turned all the way down on the top. Turned it way down. So I can just imagine if that was up some more.
Yeah.
Be blowing us out.
Because I don't want to scare
You know who that
anybody
is?
anyway.
Oh, you.
I know what it is already. Starts with a C.
Yes, it does. Casper the Ghost. Casper the friendly
the
ghost.
friendly ghost.
That's right.
Yeah, he was friendly. He was gay. No, it wasn't. We'll be nice.
Yeah.
Those older ones, it's hard.
They're
to do
great.
They, They just put the names of the show right. First line.
Right. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Stupid stuff. Yeah, and you're watching blah 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 blah. It's like trivia suck down the tube. All right, so check this out, guys. The oldest church in the Bay Area celebrating 165 years of worship.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm not a religious person, okay, but when you see a 165-year-old church that was built in 1849, the parish began in 1849. This is something we were talking about with your grandfather and mine. At first, okay, last night Tony and I are having a discussion about our grandparents, and I said, "Yeah, mine's born in 1902," and he's talking, in the 80s. His is like 80. I'm like, well, dude, now think about this. Yours was born in the 1800s. That sounds so freaking cool. Just to think, you know what I mean? You got history going way back there then. Your great grandfather.
Yeah, and I've looked up some of the family
That's
history
awesome.
and stuff like that. I've gone back, I think, to my great grandfather, and then somewhere back in there, the spelling of the name changes.
Yeah, it always does. Us New Yorkers fucked it up when you guys got to
The island.
the island.
Yeah, so maybe there's some, like questionable backgrounds way back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows
Questionable backgrounds.
Yeah, way, well,
there
you know
might
how
be
things
some
work.
characters in question in our family.
Like the
but
13, 14, 1500s.
Just imagine, bro. I tried to go on, what is that, Ancestry.com? Yeah.
It's difficult.
Got to my grandfather, and that was the end of
It's
it. They're like,
it's a little bit more
could be this
difficult
guy.
than what they make it
Oh,
seem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you don't have a clear history to actually give that program,
right?
Yeah.
It'll give you leafs for people. You're like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, but you can also find some that, and sometimes you have to wait because you can just post a message on there. And
Well, if you put
if
up
somebody else in that family name
Yes.
is looking for someone else,
correct, that leaf will come up on
Right,
theirs,
they
and
can-
it'll compare the two and do its all Scientology.
it just
well, not
takes a little bit
Scientology,
longer. I mean,
Yeah.
they're advertising. It's like, oh, you find it instant.
Oh yeah, you type in your grandfather's name and boing, 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 bunch
And
of
then
leaves
for
pop up. And,
1995, if you want
right,
more,
Yeah, but you
if you
gotta
want to
research.
see,
Yeah.
You gotta
right, if you want
research
to
quite a
see
bit.
Yeah.
the 945 other million people in your family that date back to 13,
I think they're
12.
called relatives.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the peeps.
Yeah. The
Your peeps. Those are my peeps, man. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that.
So they
but
all work on the theory of
I remember,
relativity.
I remember asking my sister to go on there, and she goes, "What the hell's to know? You were born in Long Island. Your mother's Marcia. Your father's Bob. That's it. What do you need to know?" I'm like, "Thanks, Eileen. Appreciate your help. Goodbye. Got to get off the phone now." Yeah. My cousin was willing to go on, but he's very particular. I gave him the username and password. It was the wrong one. Oops, sorry.
Oops.
So yeah, he never went back. If you don't give him the right information, you lose him. You're done. Yeah, he's a freaking architect, dude. He ain't got time.
I know somebody like that.
Yeah, he ain't got time. You know what I mean? He's making, $135,000 an hour. He ain't got time to go on Ancestry.com and,
I got time for that.
Yeah, right. My cousin was always a smart son of a bitch growing up. Always that one of the family where everybody's like, damn, Cracker gonna go far. And he did. Now he owns a solar roofing company and shit like that. Yeah, big money. Big money. Cousin Billy's definitely not out there listening to no radio show that I make, but big shout out to my cousin. All right. So the Bay Area's oldest Christian I just noticed we got way off track on that one.
Yeah. How do we...
10-day celebration Sunday morning marking their 165th year of worship. The Manatee United Methodist Church has been a part of East Bradenton community since 1849. Bill Mixon has been there since 1850. No, I'm just kidding. It's not what he says. But I'll put this link up there, and it tells you all about the 165-year-old church. I thought it was very interesting. Just the age and that 1849 jumps out at me every time whenever I see things of that nature. I love American history, I got to say. That's one thing I've always loved. I wasn't very good at it at school, but I've always been intrigued with our American history and Civil War and things of that nature.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't know what the hell this is. I go to change the pictures, and it's some weird-ass pictures. But all right, so I posted the 165-year-old church on the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/TalkShitTV show. You can also go to www.talkshitradionetwork.com and check out our show there. Latest episodes, videos, things of that nature. Speaking of videos, guys, cameras are all set up, ready to roll.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Uh-oh. I'm scared now.
Yep. So we're going to be changing things around a little bit. We're going to, not physically, but every morning I am going to post the link for the cameras as well. So you can listen and you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and watch and listen, I should say.
Right.
So it should be pretty interesting to see what gets more hits.
Mm.
The listening or the watching?
Right. Yeah. Oh. So that'll decipher the future of the radio show. Because if the watching gets more hits.
So no picking your nose or scratching
Yeah,
your
we
butt.
can't pick our butts and pick our noses and be like monkeys and pick the bugs out of each other's hair and right.
Yeah, but you know what? If they call in and say something really, really funny, they might get to see coffee spit across the room.
Oh, see, and that would go viral,
man,
dude.
right?
See, shit like that would go viral, bro.
Right.
If you spit coffee at Chrissy, and then she puked on Maria, and then Maria vomited all over our guest, that would be...
It would turn into a barfarama.
I would vomit just from seeing, smelling.
Eh.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get hit. I'm going under the table, dude. I'm hiding. As soon as I see you go... I'm ducking.
Is that how it goes?
Duck and cover. It did. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it did get pretty far. Yeah.
It was projectiles. It was definitely some projectile coffee that morning. Funny.
Yeah.
That was funny. I love
couldn't
mornings
help
like
it.
that.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I love mornings like that when we all laughing our butts off, just having a good old time. It is hilarious. Definitely good shows, too. You having fun, girls? You like it? Is it neat? You guys been on a radio show before?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are superstars. Come on, you've been on plenty of radio shows. No? Never? They're not on mic, folks. So, but
so our guest chairs comfortable? There we go.
I see where you're going with that.
That was almost a mouthful, though. Dude. You almost struggled on that one. What happened?
Yeah, because I didn't want it to come out.
You know what it is? It's the natural semen in them. Wait, that didn't come out right
It
either.
sounds like a seal.
It's the sailor in him going, arr, arr. The chair is comfortable, matey. Well, at first I said it's the natural semen in him coming out, but I didn't. I had to rephrase that. It didn't sound right. So we said, the natural seafaring man in him.
When's our guest coming? 9:30.
9:30. Yeah. Phone.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
I got a message that says. Nope.
Oh.
Try again. Nope. USB not recognized.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Well, then we got to do it. We have time for a
We
quiz.
have to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also have time for me to throw up a commercial, so that's a little more important, I think. She's like,
Fine. As long as it's not that Viagra one again.
why does it make you horny?
No.
Okay.
Anything
Random.
lasting more than 4 hours, call me.
Is a waste?
Yeah.
Call me. She says. Alrighty. With that said, we'll be right back after this message.
No college degree and mid-career? Make the choice that can make a difference this year with an ITT Technical Institute near you. At ITT Tech, we offer programs of study in fields including information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, criminal justice, nursing, and the growing field of health sciences. And now, ITT Tech is helping reduce the cost of education with a new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. The scholarship can help lower your education costs dramatically. We've always believed pursuing an education is a sound investment. And now, with the ITT Tech Scholarship, education could be in your future. To find out more about the Opportunity Scholarship at ITT Tech for yourself, just call 800-771-0443. That's 800-771-0443. With the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship. Now, it's your turn. 800-771-0443. How are we doing? For more information about graduation rates, the median data of students who completed the program, please visit programinfo.itt-tech.edu.
Limited time offer, 24-month commitment and credit qualification required. Cancellation fee, auto pay, and paperless billing and other restrictions apply. If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for the best deal in entertainment. Only Dish brings you the best in entertainment for less than $20 a month. Cut the cable and don't get directed. Switch to Dish because at just $19.99, Dish saves you every time you turn on the TV. It's so simple. The same channels cost less with Dish. So since you can't see the difference, don't pay the difference. Switch to Dish for the best deal in entertainment. Get premium movie channels free for 3 months, starting at just $19.99. Dish saves you every time you turn on the TV. Call now to save with Dish. Dial 1-800-518-1300. That's 1-800-518-1300. The same channels for less than $20 a month. Dish. Call 1-800-518-1300 for details.
We are live. And you know what that sound? Dun, dun, dun. You know what that sound is? It's trivia time.
Yay!
We're gonna play a little early trivia. Everybody's like, "Yay!" See, I don't have the applause loaded up or nothing. I was slacking this morning. Listen, that's what happens when you stay up too damn late. Don't go to bed when you're supposed to. So, Maria, take it away.
I thought you. No, I was.
You said
not
you had
ready.
questions.
No, I was ready to play the game. I
You're-
thought you were. You had something
so
up.
just leave
Oh
it to me.
my
Is that what you're
God.
saying?
Let's do it because you said it earlier. You shut up. You said,
Don't.
Sorry, my bad.
Chrissy
You
just
were
had a
gonna
moving.
do- see, I don't have the sound
She
thing.
just had a moving violation.
I nailed
She
it.
was picking up her soda and moving from one spot to another and violated her microphone.
But I can't play the music theme.
That's
thing
what-
thing.
that's what
I
it
thought
gets
we were
for
doing
hitting me in the
TV
side of the
shows.
face.
We were talking about it earlier.
Well, we're not ready for that yet. Yeah.
You're never ready.
Yep. I'm always ready. Just never works out for me when I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh. Wait.
All right. I fucking blew it. Totally blew it. Instead of doing that, I was supposed to do this. All right.
Okay.
Relax. It's coming back. I had to reset it. She's so technical, man.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so what kind of trivia we want to do? Let's just do, this ought to be interesting. Dinosaurs. I don't know if any of you guys are dinosaur enthusiasts, but
I like the Flintstones.
that's about my limit of knowledge when it comes to dinosaurs.
Okay.
Let's get the Jeopardy music a little lower down there. Okay, see? You asked for it, you got it. The theme song music. So, first dinosaur question. And girls, you're going to be in on this, okay? We're doing some trivia.
Yep.
All right.
You know the answer.
The question is, what is the proper name of the scientists who studied dinosaur fossils? So what do you call the study of, the person who studies dinosaurs?
It's
what do you
not
call
an
them?
archaeologist, right? 'Cause
That is incorrect.
Paleontologist?
Oh! I was going to give you she said it's either a paleontologist, an archaeologist,
All right, see, you can't even say it.
an anthropologist, or a gynecologist.
Yeah, well, we know it's not that.
It is definitely paleontology. Paleontology. All right, so
that's what I thought it was.
Okay.
Right. How many years ago did dinosaurs die out? 200 million, 65 million, 10 million, 5 million, or I don't know.
I don't know.
I know that one. That's easy.
What, how many million years?
Yes.
How do you know there's not dinosaurs alive?
How many? There are still dinosaurs.
Do you see those little lizards outside the
cockroaches, alligators, cranes.
So how can they say they went extinct?
Well,
Okay, well, she's got 65.
You've got 65. You say 65. Maria, what do you say?
I say I don't know.
Maria says I don't know. Chrissy, how many years ago did the dinosaurs die out? Now, if anybody's watching the chat, just keep,
I'm going to say 200.
You're going to say 200?
Yep.
Silent Mish, what are you going to... Never mind. Tony? How many years?
0.
You say you don't know? You say they're still alive. Tony says they're still alive, that
they're out
velociraptors are still walking the earth.
I didn't say velociraptors.
They are.
I said
They are, but they have just... What is the word? Evolved into something else. I'm going to go with 200 million years, only because I know the answer. Like I'm some kind of scientist. All right. This is actually a loop. We can actually...
But that's not...
This is a
rocket
1-hour
science.
loop. Huh?
But that's not rocket science.
That's come Friday.
So the answer was 200.
I would say. I'm not, sure of it. But
So don't you have the answers? in
not
front
yet
of
until we're done with the...
Oh.
We're only on question 3. Slow down.
you? Oh. Well,
Listen
so
here.
So we got to remember all of our answers.
No. We'll read over them on the... All right. I don't know about you guys, but Jeopardy music killing me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for how many years did the dinosaurs live on Earth? So they lived 200 million years ago, but how many years did they live on Earth?
And our answers are, to choose from.
Okay.
Does it
200
say?
million, 65, 10, or 5?
Wait a minute.
For how many years did the
dinosaurs
dinosaurs
actually live
on Earth? 200 million, 65 million, 10 million, or 5 million years?
I'm going to go with 5 million.
I'm going to go 10.
I
like
do not
10
know the
too.
answer to this, so we
Okay.
have 2 votes for 10, 1 for 5. Tony?
I'm going to say 5.
You're going to say 5?
50-50.
Wow. I want to say 5 because I don't think they had long, but 10 sounds more logical though. I don't know why to me.
I don't know. It just...
All right, so
ahead,
let's go
next.
with 10. Yep, we'll go with
we'll
10
get
million. Fuck it. We'll find out when we're done. What is the name of the period in which dinosaurs began to walk the earth? The Jurassic period, Colossic period, Triassic period, or the Cretaceous period?
That they started to walk.
Yes.
What
is the name of the period that they called it? Okay, in which the dinosaurs began to walk the earth, and I
It
know
was the
that.
Stone Age, dude.
Dude.
Jurassic, I believe, was the end of the
That's
era,
the movie.
So. No, I'm saying the Jurassic was like
You know why I
the
said.
further part of it.
I think you're correct on that. Colossic is definitely incorrect. Triassic, most certainly incorrect. So I want to say the Cretaceous.
That's what I
That's
would
what I
say.
would
The
say.
crusty.
The crusty period.
The crusty
right?
period.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what she says.
All right.
Okay. All right, so Cretaceous period. Which of the following statements about dinosaurs is not true? Dinosaurs and humans were inhabitants of the earth together. Birds descend from dinosaurs. Dinosaurs walked the earth 40,000 times longer than recorded human history. Dinosaurs existed on Earth longer than any other land animal. Which one of those statements are not true? And right off the bat, we know that man and dinosaurs never coincided, okay? We know that cavemen did not come around until towards the end of dinosaur age.
Right.
Right.
So, them drawing pictures of dinosaurs on their cave walls were
At the
false?
end of the dinosaur age. They
Right.
only got to see the dinosaurs for a little
And
while.
they coexisted.
Yeah. And then they kept them as pets.
Dinosaurs and
Remember Dino?
humans were
Remember
inhabitants
Dino?
of the earth together. I don't think that's. I think it was. No. I think they found. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
You got me on that one, Paul. I didn't. All right, so
I don't know.
Okay.
you think it's the last one? Dinosaurs existed on Earth longer than any other animal. You think
That's
that is?
not true.
I think that is correct. I think
Yeah.
that is not true. So then I guess we're gonna have to Google that. Did cavemen
We'll
and
find
dinosaurs?
out at the end, won't we?
Yeah. Yes, we will. All right. So next question: the word dinosaur comes from the Greek meaning godless creature, hairless monster, ancient ruler, or fearfully giant lizard.
That one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
From a Greek meaning?
Yeah.
Fearfully great lizard. Sorry, not giant, great. Fearfully great lizard. Okay.
What Greek word?
Dinosaur. The word dinosaur comes from the Greek meaning godless creature, hairless monster, ancient ruler, or fearfully great lizard. Which one?
I'm gonna go with the lizard one.
Land of the Lost. What is wrong with you? Slee stacks, he flipped.
Yeah,
Right.
Slee stacks.
Yeah, I saw that. So which one is it? Dinosaurs have been... Nope, that's the wrong one. Fearfully
last
great...
one she said.
Okay, so fearfully
She said
great
the
lizards
last
is the Greek. Okay. So number 7 now. All right, and I think we only got 10 of these. Thank God. Yes, there's only 10. So number 7, dinosaurs... Yeah, enough said. Dinosaurs have been classified into 2 main groups, depending on whether they are bird-hipped or lizard-hipped. They had scales or feathers. They flew or walked. They were carnivores or herbivores. Which was the 2 groups that they were classified into?
Carnivores and herbivores.
Correct. Yes, that's at least what I think is correct.
Well, everybody seems to be...
Yeah, that seems to be the census in the studio.
the whole
So,
studio.
okay, so here's number 8. Dinosaurs were warm-blooded, cold-blooded, neither, or I don't know.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded? Okay, number 9. Where have fossils of Tyrannosaurus rex been found? France, Germany, and Tibet, China, Japan, and the Philippines, U.S., Canada, and Mongolia, Mexico, Guatemala, and Peru.
Guatemala.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
go with...
No.
I was just kidding. I just wanted to say Guatemala.
That is, I do believe that is incorrect anyway.
Right,
I want to
yes,
say
no.
U.S., Canada, and Mongolia. Because I do believe...
I would say that's what
Yeah, I
was
do believe
gonna
that
go
the
with.
biggest congregation of dinosaur bones is in Utah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Is it
Or
really?
that's where they find it the most, is the U.S. anyway.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
If you say so.
That's what I'm going
If
with.
you say so.
All right. What does anybody else say? Anybody?
No.
John's still stuck on Slee Stacks over there in the chat.
Slee stacks.
All right, so 10. Approximately how big is the largest tooth in the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus rex?
How big is a tooth?
As long as the tallest player in the NBA, longer than a human leg, longer than a human arm, longer than a human hand. So again, approximately how
Must say
big
arm.
is the largest tooth in the mouth of the Tyrannosaurus rex? As long as the tallest player in the NBA, longer than a human leg, longer than a human arm, or longer than a human hand?
I'm gonna go with arm.
You're going to go with arm? I'm going to say
Yeah.
That might be a little too big, huh? What is everybody else? What's the census around the studio?
The tooth in the Tyrannosaurus
The
Rex.
tooth of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, yes. Not Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Maybe, okay, wait, I'm changing. I'm going with the hand.
I'm going with the basketball player.
You're going with the basketball?
I'm gonna do the
big
leg then.
That's a big son of a bitch. Girls, what do you say? Hand?
They said hand.
They say hand?
They say
I would
hand.
have to agree with the hand. So we got a little bit of a standoff here. What's it going to be?
Didn't you ever see Night Museum? You know how big they were? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is about the hand. So I'm going to actually agree with the girls and larger than a human hand. So score my test. Here we go.
Drum roll.
Generic drum roll. We failed. We answered correctly 4 out of 10 questions.
Oh my God.
This is equivalent to
summer school.
An F.
We suck.
40%. All right, so correct answers. Let's see. So, for the first one, and we got to do this quick because we got about 10 minutes till our callers calling in. For the first one, what is the proper name? Scientists who study dinosaurs. We got that right. Paleontologists. Okay. How many years ago did dinosaurs die out? Correct answer was 65 million years ago.
That was going to be my answer.
How many years did dinosaurs live on this earth? Correct answer. 200 million years. So we were way off.
Yes.
She hit it on the nose.
Yep.
What is the name of the period in which dinosaurs began to walk on the earth? We were wrong. It's the Triassic period. What is the following statements about dinosaurs that is not true? We were wrong. We put dinosaurs existed on the earth longer than any other land animal. The correct statement was dinosaurs and humans were inhabitants of the earth together. So
that was the incorrect.
Which of the following statements about
Tony,
dinosaurs
right.
is not true?
You were right, Tony.
That they were
They did
inhabited the
He got one.
I was right. They did not inhabit the earth together then. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So, well, I was partly right. So either way,
Yeah.
the word dinosaur, we got that right. The Greek answer, a fearfully great lizard. Yep. Good job. Dinosaurs have been classified into 2 main groups depending on whether our answer they were carnivores or omnivores or herbivores. The correct answer was bird-hipped or lizard-hipped. Which is that was my first guess on that too, and I was like, no, you know what, the herbivore and the omnivore, you know what I mean?
That's
That
the way
sounded
they
better.
used to be classified.
Right.
You know,
Okay, so here's an interesting one.
Back
Number
in my
8.
day.
Number 8. Dinosaurs were cold-blooded, warm-blooded, neither, or I don't know. We answered cold-blooded. It was neither. They're not warm-blooded nor cold-blooded.
What?
So what the hell are they? No-blooded? Anyway, 9 minutes till our caller, so let's finish up 9 and 10 here.
Okay.
Where were the fossils and Tyrannosaurus Rex been found? Where have fossils of Tyrannosaurus Rex been found? And our answer, U.S., Canada, and Mongolia. Correct answer, U.S., Canada, and Mongolia.
Yay.
Yep. Approximately
No
how big is the
Guatemala.
largest tooth in the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Our answer, the human hand, and the correct answer is the human hand.
Yay.
So, very good, girls. So
Yeah.
the 4 questions that we probably got right was the 4 that they answered, probably. The rest of them we answered up here as adults. I would guarantee you that. So
She's shaking her head.
yeah, well, I
yep,
bet you they're
see?
right. I guarantee it. So that's the end of our little questionnaire, and so we're done with the Jeopardy music.
What's our consolation prize?
The consolation prize is
Coffee.
yeah. Good answer. Here's your consolation prize. A speech from Silent Mish. All right, so let me put this back over here, close this out, get back to business here. So I found some shit while we were on break that I wanted to go over real quick until our caller called in. Real quick was the Baptist Church. And then I have some audio about the police searching for the UVA student find remains. Police believe they may have found the body of missing University of Virginia student Hannah Graham. Human remains discovered Saturday have shifted the search into the death investigation. So this is that student that went missing. I don't know if anybody's been following it. So I have some audio about it. So let's get this going here.
Police believe they may have found the body of missing University of Virginia student Hannah Graham. Human remains were discovered on Saturday at an abandoned property outside Charlottesville. There's been no conclusive ID, but police have notified the college sophomore's parents and say the search has now turned into a death investigation. The remains were located in the same region where the body of a Virginia Tech student was discovered in 2009. Police have linked 32-year-old Jesse Matthew Jr.'s DNA to both women. He's been charged in Graham's disappearance.
So what do you think of that?
When folks think about what they get from Alaska, they think...
I let it play. Can't do that. It just goes on to the next story. Gotcha. So, yeah, that was that story about the missing girl. And
yeah,
that was...
you don't want to think that happens, but it does. And it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That was to be expected, by the way. That was the website. But I just didn't figure it would hit the way it did. Anyway, and moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We got
cost of doing business. That's what it is. So.
To the east side.
Yeah, right. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Stop it. You're making me hungry.
All right, so, yeah, right. Apple, fresh baked apple pie.
Give me a cupcake.
That ain't hunger. That's munchies, honey.
Give me a cupcake
here's
sandwich.
One. Here's the other one that caught my eye. Ebola
Is there any
outbreak.
cake left in the fridge?
Ebola outbreak in West. Why some survive and some don't.
I'm very happy because Teresa has overcome this disease, Javier Limon says. Only hours earlier, her latest test samples were being rushed into a lab at Spain's CDC, the National Microbiology Institute. Inside, technicians suited up. Confidence was high. This would be the test that shows she beat Ebola.
We are expected this, but I think so. We have to see. The patient is really improving.
Inside the highly secure lab, technicians kill the virus before they begin tests. Once the Ebola virus has been killed, it's safe to transport, and it's brought from the labs where it's received over there through here for its final testing into this virus respiratory lab. To protect patient confidentiality, a lab tech uses another sample to show us the next step in the procedure. At this, the only lab in Spain capable of testing for Ebola, the past weeks since Romero got sick have seen a surge in testing. Now, technicians may begin to get some rest. 2 other tests for suspect Ebola cases also came back negative.
Now we have a real experience. We are learning a lot. We are in constant touch with Africa people, with the States, with European laboratories, and then really we are learning a lot.
For Romero now, not just the prospect, after one more round of tests over the next few days, of a return to some sort of normality, but the nursing assistant may yet get her wish and go back to helping others fight Ebola.
We believe that is immune. How long? We don't know yet, okay, because we don't have any experience about that.
For husband Javier, this happy day tinged with frustration as he vows legal action against officials he says botched the protection his wife should have had. Nick Robertson, CNN, Madrid, Spain.
I mean, what would you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If a loved one died because of somebody else's neglect.
Right.
It's the same, whether it's a deadly virus or not. You know, somebody neglected to do their due process, stopping this.
Yeah. Whose fault is it?
Right. I blame our government for allowing it ever to come into this country.
Yeah. Well, I saw something about Ebola. You have a better chance of getting
Ebola than winning the lottery? Because that sounds about right.
Than getting shot by a cop during a minor traffic violation.
You have a better chance of catching Ebola than getting shot by a cop? Is that what you're saying?
Chance of getting shot by the cop than you have of getting
Ebola.
hell
yeah. Fuck yeah, you're damn right.
That's
Especially in this county, buddy.
Yes.
You're at that risk anytime they're near you. You kidding me? It could be just because, and
yeah. I don't know. Ebola,
they'll shoot you.
Yeah, Ebola has their own Facebook page, and actually, who likes Ebola? I mean, it's got.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Facebook page?
Yeah.
All right, find it. Get it up on Talk Shit Radio.
55,000 people like this topic.
Find it.
Who likes it?
Put it up
Who
on
would?
Talk Shit
Okay,
Radio.
fine.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's freaking whacked.
Well, Ebola has its own Facebook page, and people like it because they want to know.
They want to know. There's like an Ebola tracker, page.
That
you
is
know,
funny, man.
It's
People are sick.
crazy.
We got some sick people in this country. I gotta tell you, what's wrong with you folks? I'm like one of the only normal people in this world. That doesn't say a lot for the rest of you. If I'm normal, you guys are all screwed up.
Right.
That is for sure.
Our guest should be pulling in the driveway soon, or we can make that
Abby
phone
normal.
call. Or...
Abby normal, yeah.
Abby
normal.
Can I have that the stray? Oh, speaking of which, we have our caller calling in right now as we speak.
Oh, they're very punctual.
Wow.
Very punctual.
Nice.
Hey, you're listening
Nice.
to Talk Shit Radio. You're calling in. Good day, and thanks for being punctual.
Hi, this is Michael Datcher, author of America, calling in for Talk Shit Radio.
Michael, you're on the air, buddy. What's up?
Well, it's great to be on the show. I have a new novel coming out, which just came out in October.
Cool.
Which is set actually in East St. Louis, about 13 miles from Ferguson, which has been the city in the St. Louis County area getting much of the attention because of the police shooting.
Yeah, well, that's what we were interested in about talking to you about because of what's going on and the history of Ferguson and so on. You know, we want to hear. Has this always been? What's the word I'm looking for? An issue, racially charged issue, a racially charged area. I mean, that's my first and foremost in history, anyway.
Missouri was part of the famous or infamous Missouri Compromise, came into the Union as a slave state. And so that racial tension in that particular state has been predominant. And the city is right by the big river, the Mississippi River, which separates Illinois from Missouri. And so over the course of the early 19th century and the early 20th century, we found a great deal of racialized tension. So in 1917, there was a really, really horrible race riot in the town of East St. Louis, where it's still the worst race riot in history in terms of number of lives lost.
And this was when again? 1970?
I'm sorry, pardon me, this is 1917, that's correct.
17, okay.
Which is pretty amazing. And still the worst race riot in terms of numbers of lives lost in the history of America. So over 300 black people were killed, lynched, shot. It was really horrible. And many of them fled across the river from really the Illinois side of the river to the Missouri or St. Louis side, and they settled in a town called Ferguson. And so the folks who fled the East St. Louis race riots of 1917, their children are now being raised in Ferguson. So that connection is really, really traumatic, but also I think speaks to the long-lasting impact of race and violence in our country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't... right now everybody's focused on Ferguson because it's the most predominant, but it's every day, everywhere. That is for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I think that fiction, and I write nonfiction as well, but this novel is kind of a reimagining. Well, first, it's a reimagining of a very ancient Egyptian story about these twin brothers who are both twins and rivals. Their names are Asar and Set, but in the Greek, they're known as Osiris and Seth, and those names are maybe more common to more well known to your listeners. Osiris was thought to be the god of truth, this really kind of a spiritual being. He's eventually killed by his twin brother, Seth. So I've taken that Egyptian primordial story and brought it into the somewhat future, into 1917 East St. Louis. So the novel is actually based in East St. Louis in 1917. The irony, though, is that it really bespeaks to what's happening today, because it kind of chronicles how race, at least in our country, and violence are connected.
Interesting. Very interesting. So it connects Ferguson's past with its present.
Yeah. And the thing about it, listen, we're all Americans, and a part of what I think is troubling about the American discourse around politics is that I feel like sometimes it makes people think that other people who don't have their types of political understandings are somehow less American or not the same. from my viewpoint, we're all Americans, and if we're more unified, it makes for a stronger country. And so those who are so quick to try to divide each other based upon ideology, I think that's unpatriotic in my eyes.
Absolutely.
So this book is just hoping to kind of have some real honest discourse around race and America, because a part of what's happening in our country is that following slavery, there really wasn't has not been a good, thorough, frank discussion about race, because people are so loath to be accused of being either racist or too sensitive or whatever else. So we're not really open to talking about race. But that's why literally like 8 years or every 4 years or every 2 weeks in Ferguson, it's like there's some craziness jumping up. And so this book is really my attempt, to be honest, to enter into a discussion about race. Because with fiction is easier because people aren't as defensive. If you're talking nonfiction, writing an essay, for example, people are going to have their guard up. But in my case, it's a story. It happens to be a good story that's compelling and interesting. But
and it's real.
That's real. Thanks. That's real. That has an interesting backstory. It's kind of a funny story. It's kind of crazy. It's about life. Yeah. It's really about family too. The better way to think about it, because again, for your listeners, it's really about a family that has a problem that they cannot solve.
Sure,
for
absolutely.
Example, for folks who are parents in the audience, are you a parent?
Absolutely. I have 2 young girls.
Okay,
I'm a parent too.
How old is your youngest?
My youngest is 13.
Mine's
okay,
8.
Well, how old is yours, Christy?
My youngest is 8.
Well, you guys know. So many times,
Maria's got grown girls, right? I mean,
I do. My baby's 22, but I have a grandson who's 1.
Tony
so,
and your youngest
My baby's 22. I love that. That's right. Well, those of us on this line know then that usually when our kids have a problem, we stand up, we come into the gap, we save the day, we can be heroic, we can help our kids have success. It feels great. Nothing feels as great, as we all know on this line, than helping your kids when they have a problem. It feels awesome.
Yep.
But sometimes, as we also know, I'm sure on this line, we can't do it. For whatever reason, the problem is beyond our pay grade. It's beyond our ability to change or help. And we have to watch our kids suffer, and that sucks.
Yes, it does.
That is horrible. Yeah. Either our kids are being bullied.
My oldest is 20, so the trials and tribulations of life. So
of a bigger kid, it's a drag. Yeah. And so this story really is about a family that has, again, identical twin sons, and the youngest son, by 7 minutes, he gets the disease known as vitiligo. It's also known in popular parlance as the Michael Jackson disease. Huh. It basically makes black and brown people's skin, their
turn white,
fade in patches.
Yep.
You may have seen people in the street with this disease. Their lips would be kind of white, essentially.
Yeah, that outline type.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. I've noticed it. Yep.
And so imagine having that disease when you're 10 years old, when you're trying to go to 5th grade, and kids are pointing at you, or you're trying to walk down the street. It means that every new encounter is a bad encounter. Because people are going to be looking at you, staring at you, and you're so young, you can't really deal with it. And so in this story, it's really about this family that has this kid who's the charismatic of the 2 twins, who gets vitiligo, and they can't fix it. The mother, who actually owns a small herbal shop, says, "Baby, I'm going to fix you. It's going to be good," as any mother would. And the kid makes her say, "Well, cross your heart in hopes to die that you can help me." And the mother, of course, knows the power of words. She pauses, and the kid drops his head. And then she takes her finger and puts it beneath his chin and raises his chin up, and she says to him, "I cross my heart, and I hope to die that I will fix you." And, of course, she cannot.
Right.
And because she cannot, he blames her, but not more than she blames herself. And so this story is about that, set in East St. Louis, set around race, because the story is so compelling. And my hope is that people will get drawn into the actual narrative about these identical twins, and then along the way be learning about Ferguson, and be learning about East St. Louis, and be learning about America, and be learning about race, etc.
Sure, without even knowing about it.
Yeah.
Without even knowing it. I sneaked it in on. It was a sneak attack.
Yep. Exactly. You Pearl Harbored them. The old Pearl Harbor maneuver. It's interesting because enough said, man. Ali and Foreman, man. It's interesting because your book speaks of things that are like taboo back then, but now open discussion, like bullying. And it speaks of racism that, like you said, are now taboo to talk about because everybody's afraid of being accused of being a racist, and to where in reality it should be an open discussion. People should not be afraid to talk about race. Because if you put it on the table, it's more likely to be hashed out. I think anyway. I mean,
I totally agree.
Yeah,
I really believe that. Listen, I mean, for me, I love America. In my own personal life, I try in my own life, in a very practical way, to do what I can do in various ways, whether it's teaching or putting on panel discussions or talking to my neighbors who at times are unlike me. I'm trying to, in big ways, guys, and small ways, to make my country better, more livable. I'm just saying, for those of us who do really love America, who really are concerned about the country being unified, which to me means more powerful, it's imperative that we have a real discussion as adults, as grown-ups, about the issues that really have, in some ways, unhinged our ability to get along. And at the core, at the root, at least from my vantage point, honestly, is, at least among the things, is race, indoor racism. And I think with a really honest, heartfelt, real series of discussions, things won't change overnight, of course, but they can begin to get better for our kids.
But let's face it, man. How long can we say things won't change overnight? All right, let's be honest with you. It's been said since when? Abraham Lincoln's times. Oh well, it's not going to change overnight. How many freaking years ago was that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Enough is enough already. Time to move on. Time to bury the hatchet and move on. You know what I'm saying? Look, the Indians forgave our dumbasses.
Right.
Kinda,
sorta,
kinda.
That's right.
After all, listen. I study a lot about sovereign citizenship. I don't know if you know what that is. A lot of people don't know what sovereign citizenship is. And I spoke to an American Indian, and I asked him, I said, what's the difference between a sovereign citizen and yourself? He goes, absolutely nothing. The only difference is I was born in India, and I'm a sovereign Indian. You're a sovereign American. Black, white, green, yellow, blue, purple. I don't give a shit what color you are. If you were born here, you're a sovereign American citizen.
That's right, and I have a couple close friends who are into the whole sovereign movement.
Yeah,
and I've talked to them.
The peaceful movement, that is.
I don't know everything, but I know a good deal about sovereignty.
Yep.
And I think that's a good thing to be addressed. But you know what? I think the resistance to it, at least on a national level, people say, "Oh, those are crackpots. They don't want to pay their taxes, whatever."
Yeah, extremists. They want to overthrow the government. Right. Yeah.
I just feel like, listen, we are free-thinking adults. Why can't we explore the Constitution and what the Constitution says? I mean, I just feel like we're adults. Let's have a little freedom here, and don't be so quick to demonize someone because they don't go with the accepted understanding of what is the truth.
Now, when you say Constitution, it just brings me right back to the situation in Ferguson right now. We had a few when this all broke out, we had a few guests call us live from Ferguson when the shit was hitting the fan. We had the ex-mayor of the town of Ferguson call us and discuss about what was going on, and I mean, it was an unbelievable sight that she was telling me. It didn't matter who you were, what color you were, what race, what nationality, it didn't matter. If you lived in Ferguson, okay, it was racially charged, no matter what. It was just an amazing bit that we did. She just went on to explain how the situation in Ferguson has been at a boiling point for many, many years, and this situation now is the boil over, of many years. And you saying what you're saying, how it goes back to what, the 1700s almost. I mean,
well, it goes back to kind of post or Reconstruction, but the 1917 race riot, which is 1917, which is really what was the original boiling over point where it got. What's interesting about the race riot, which will give you some insight.
So then it's been simmering since then, basically. Then,
literally,
yes.
But that race riot was caused because there were. At that time in East St. Louis, it was primarily a meatpacking and rail town. In fact, it was the second busiest meatpacking and rail town next to Chicago.
Right, okay.
And so primarily there were European immigrants coming from Poland, Russia, from that part of Eastern Europe to come here, settle, and they took the worst possible jobs, meatpacking, rail, slaughterhouse-type jobs. And they were working under horrible conditions. And they began to organize themselves to try to fight for better conditions. They began to form unions. They began to do great work at fighting for better rights. Well, the factory owners began to recruit blacks from the Deep South by advertising in the black newspapers. Say, hey, come to East St. Louis. We've got jobs here. And so those blacks facing extraordinary, crazy, violent racism in the Deep South came to East St. Louis trying to get jobs, and they were trying to feed their families. So they took those jobs at a few cents lower than whites from Europe would take them. And then over a period of course, years, that began to foment racial tension, which eventually boiled over in 1917. Now, back in those days, folks from Russia or folks from Poland weren't considered white. They were just immigrants, or Italy. They were considered immigrants. And they became, quote-unquote, white in the 1930s and 40s following the war. But it's amazing now that in that part of the country, East St. Louis, Ferguson, St. Louis, the whites who are there are primarily the sons and daughters of immigrants from Poland, Slovakia, and Russia. In all those towns, you'll always find a German town. You'll always find a Slovakian town. You'll always find a Polak town, everywhere, because that's that population. Well, now the racial tension between blacks and whites is really still between blacks and Slovaks, blacks and Polacks, blacks and Russians. It's pretty crazy, actually.
My wife, Silent Mish on the show, her family, they're all Polish immigrants. So it's funny, and they're from Chicago. So, yeah, it's funny that you say this. They come over to escape Hitler invading Poland. And grandmother was a slave for the Secret Service, the whole thing. And they came over and worked in those same factories, like you said, side by side with other immigrants, with other, with the blacks, with what's considered at the time white people. And it's funny because my wife used to tell stories, about this. And it just, what you're saying is just, it's actually... It's weird because it like validates the story and makes it more real at that point.
Yeah, and that's what I love about fiction, guys. Is that fiction, when it's a great story, you can lose yourself into the narrative. But because it's historical fiction, I've done a lot of research, as you can imagine, for this book. I've been flying back and forth to St. Louis, East St. Louis. It's been crazy. Talking to survivors of the race riots who are alive still, talk to the ex-mayors of East St. Louis. I mean, it's been a whole bunch of stuff. But but that's all in this book.
And that was what I was going to say. Let's talk about your book.
Right.
Okay, great. Well, again, the book is called Americus, and this is, again, a historical novel. It just came out October this month. It's in bookstores everywhere, of course. I've been excited about it. It's really my opportunity to talk about America. The book is called Americus, as in Vespucci, the namesake of America, because the main family's last name is Americus. At one point, the grandfather in the story early on decides to change the name from the slave name they had to Americus, because in his mind, through slavery, blacks did so much to build the country that every black should take on the surname of America. So that's the way to kind of make a point. So the book is is named after their family's last name, America.
Now, let me ask you this: how long did it take you to from start to finish to write this book?
It took me 8 years to write. Wow! This book. So this book is draft 19 of the book, which is pretty intense.
Wow!
But it's good though. I felt like, to be honest, I wish it didn't take so long, because I'd rather get it done in 3 years or at the most 3.5. But I just couldn't. I wasn't happy with how I wanted it to be great. It wasn't great before. It was
You're your own worst critic.
It wasn't great. And I find, to be honest, when you deal with topics that are controversial, that have some hot button topics in them, you have to make it great.
Yeah, and you better know your facts. You better know your facts.
Get your
yes,
facts right.
absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so my book really, literally, it's like half real people. So I've used a bunch of real people in U.S. history and made them quote unquote characters. And I've at times quoted their exact same words from historical books, from newspapers, from interviews. Because when the race riots jumped off, for example, as you can imagine, there was a great deal of international press on it. So I went to East St. Louis, went to the archives, got all these newspapers from that time, and I was able to quote people literally verbatim from 1917 as an example.
Yeah, see,
so
that's
it's a
cool.
mixture of real people, literally their real words, and people I've made up, to intermingle with them. And so it was my hope that once folks began to actually read the book, they cannot tell who's the real person, who's the made up person in this narrative.
Now, let me ask you another question. In the beginning, before you decided to write this book, did you have any formal writing training skills, anything like that, or is this just something you said, hey, you know what?
Yes.
Okay.
I've had I'm a writer. I have a New York Times best-selling book called Raising Fences. I was
okay, so this ain't your first rodeo then.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I
gotcha.
I'm
cool.
a professional writer, but this is my first work of fiction. I'm known
Gotcha.
for basically writing nonfiction, but I love storytelling. And for me, you know, all writing is a kind of storytelling anyway.
What do you find easier, fiction or nonfiction?
What I prefer, you said?
What do you find easier to write?
Well, for me, nonfiction is much easier.
Yeah, well, I guess it would be. You could just make it
have
up as
to
you go
create
along.
A world. It's hard to create a believable world.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's why it took me so long to write the book, because I could not make the world believable. I didn't believe it myself, you know, for the first 5 years. You know, it seemed like I was writing a story as opposed to letting a real town come to life, you know.
Writing a story instead of telling a story.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
telling the facts.
So
Yeah, that's
it really
pretty cool.
wasn't great until about a year and a half ago.
So when did your book come out?
October. It just came out about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. And where is it available?
Any bookstore across
Nice,
the country. Or
nice.
if they don't have it in the store, you can have them order it. You know, they can order it overnight for you. Of course, Amazon has it. Or just go to my website, michaeldatcher.com, for all my media. I'm doing a national book tour, so maybe coming to your town.
Oh,
Come
no
see me, michaeldatcher.com, like a baseball catcher with a D, Datcher, D-A-T-C-H-E-R. Yeah.
That's awesome,
I'm
man.
everywhere. Thanks so much.
That's awesome. Well, I want to congratulate you on that. It sounds really cool. It sounds interesting. We're going to go ahead and get a link to that up on our Facebook page. We'll also,
That's so cool.
we'll also add a link to our guest page, former guests that we've had on the show. We'll get your information up there and all of that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely, man. I really appreciate you taking the time this morning, calling in and you know, enlightening us about your book and some of the history of Ferguson. So it's not just another town in the U.S. I mean, it actually it actually goes back, and it just goes to show you, like you said, that the people that are fighting now, their grandparents and great grandparents have been in the same situation. So it's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Thank
pretty
you so
cool.
much for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
No, I really appreciate it, man. And you know, listen, anytime you want to give us a call back and talk about, you know, how the book sales and everything are going, and give us a little more insight about things, please, you know, just hit us up. You've got our email. You've got our live phone number. You can do what we call the morning phone bomb. Just hit us up. We'll answer the phone.
Nice. We'll do that for sure.
Absolutely, sir. Good luck with your book, and thank you for calling in to Talk Shit Radio. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right.
Take
Have
care.
a good day.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was cool, man. Definitely cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah. Especially following all these stories about Ferguson since the beginning and talking about it and talking to the people that we've talked to from Ferguson and now talking to a historian about Ferguson to know that back all the way back in the 1917, you know, they were going through the same
So it shows
thing.
how history just keeps repeating
itself
over
absolutely.
and over. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of sad because you think about it, you know, here is these for the grandparents that are still alive, you know, or God
Right,
willing,
right.
sitting back on their porch going, "Son of a bitch! I thought we got through this bullshit, and here we are doing it again. Now my children have to deal with this." You know, so yeah, a lot of shit going on in Ferguson too, man. A lot of stuff. Still, people getting hurt every day, and I don't know. It makes me rethink of what I originally said too. About, you know, listen, folks, just go home for a little while, give it a rest, stop protesting for a little while, you know, file a class action suit. You know, it just makes me think, well, from 1917 to now, nothing's changed. Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
And it's not just Ferguson, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's just gone on so long. There's no.
Yeah, it's almost past. Yeah, it's
just
past.
gonna not change.
Yeah. It's past the point of being able to change. I think the only way that they might be able to change it is to bring an all-black police force into the town. And I had read something about that on a blog one time. To where, I mean, the only way you're actually going to physically change what goes on inside the police force is to change the police force. And they were thinking about bringing in an all-black police force, which, you know, but then you think about it, okay, is there going to be racial tension on the other side now? Instead of the black people
because then
against the white people, it'll be the white people. It'll be just the reverse. And just like this gentleman says, you know, it's definitely a sore subject.
Yeah.
Definitely. Sucks. Especially, you know, well, think about it. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. It's still no different. Oh, it's just going to take time. How long ago did he do it?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we waiting for? Wise man finally made it in. Thanks for waking up this morning, buddy.
Yeah.
We were worried about you. We didn't hear from you. Yeah, it was a surprise to me. Number 19 yesterday. So heart attack number 19, and he has a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot, right? In
I believe so.
Primary
I think
artery
I'm not
or
sure
some
what the
shit like that. Yeah.
embolism part means. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So crazy shit, man. Hopefully he's getting better, and hopefully you speak to your peeps and get the situation lined up for yourself in Colorado, because, like I said, it's just a matter of pushing a button and go. So we got about 8 minutes left of the show, guys. While I remember, I want to thank John for joining us in the chat. Old Wise Man, glad you made it. Thank you. Always a pleasure having John. Always a pleasure having Old Wise Man. Always a pleasure having everybody that comes and chats on the show with us. Chris, you were saying something?
Old Wise Man said he's got a name for an apartment complex there.
Okay, cool.
Really?
And he put it up.
Shavano
Maybe
Apartments.
she is,
All right.
we're almost done.
All right. Is that where is this confirmed that that's where you need to be, or is that where you need to go, or all of that? Because I could just Google it to get the information. So, but hit me up after the show, Old Wise Man. We'll talk about it on Facebook, or you can call me either way. And yeah, Tony, thanks for being here. Appreciate it as always.
I'm here once again.
Yep. Girls, thank you for coming in and listening to the show. I enjoyed having you here. Did you enjoy the show? Yeah.
It was nice seeing their smiley little faces.
Yes, definitely. You proud to see Daddy on the radio? Is it cool? Yeah? That's awesome.
And they got all of our answers right.
Yeah.
One of the right answers we had.
All the right
Dinosaur
answers
trivia.
were the answers we put up that they gave us. So yeah, definitely.
Well, they just had that quiz last week, so
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. They're still going through that. Yeah, man. It was cool. Our guest speaker was very interesting. It was one of those guest speakers that leave you with that. Things that make you go,
right.
You know what I mean?
It kind of makes you want to go out and buy the book
to see,
just
right?
to learn
exactly.
more about it.
And it was definitely that was definitely his intention. The rope a dope, like he was saying,
right?
Just sucks you in, I'm sure. And I'm not a big reader, which I should be, but with what we do, I should definitely read more news and keep up on things. But I'm a shoot from the hip kind of guy, anyway. But, Chris, you got any shout-outs? We didn't get a chance to call Chris today. Yeah, I was going to give him...
We still got 5 minutes.
We do, but by the time we get on the phone...
Yeah.
I got a bug flying around my microphone, sorry.
No, I just want to say hi to my hubby. I love you. It's kind of weird this morning. We had him for a week, so it's a little weird not to turn around and see him.
Yeah.
So I miss him.
And again, I want to remind everybody, the cameras are up, so... The one view is going to be a little funky for now because we don't have the wide angle lens on the camera. It's coming. We'll probably start, sometime this week, next week, running the cameras all the time that we're in here.
Just give me a heads up when you're going to do it so I don't show up in PJs like
normal. Right?
Yeah.
No PJs when we got the cameras going, but
we gotta get dressed.
Yeah, I ain't getting dressed. Look at me. This is the way you're gonna see me, man. You know what I mean?
Unless it's cold out, because when it gets really cold out, I'm in sleeper pants.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? But just remember that I share it to freaking hundreds and thousands of people.
Nobody can see my bottom.
Your nickname will be Pajama Girl.
I don't care.
I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any panties. None of us are. It's panty-free zone. Can't see from the waist down, so how would you know? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Wait.
until we,
Till we stand up for break to get ready to go out.
Yeah.
Then it's a scary scene.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, again, thanks everybody. Peace out, John. Appreciate it. May the force be with you. May the Schwartz be with you. Good old Spaceball saying there, right? You don't know Spaceballs? You never seen that movie? Oh God!
You're so deprived.
Enough said, man. That movie's awesome. Yeah, we got another episode of Talk Shit Radio down the drain, done on the books, in the markers.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Appreciate all of our listeners, all of our followers, and
Yep.
what?
What? Yeah.
I said thank you. Were you listening? No,
Yeah.
okay. No, she wasn't. Okay. We did say thank you to the girls for coming into the studio.
For being here.
Absolutely. Tomorrow, who do we have on tomorrow?
We have on
And me.
our
And me.
Him.
we have on
Her.
Steve Williams is on tomorrow.
Steve Williams.
Yes, he is our dating and sex coach.
This is the show that Tony's been waiting for. So.
He helps men all over the world for over 20 years. He's an expert of all stages, from both single and married life.
Expert.
He's very upfront and blunt. He doesn't hold back.
Good.
So, yep, that's who we have tomorrow.
That sounds exciting.
And then your favorite is going to be the next day.
A rocket scientist,
Yep,
absolutely.
your rocket scientist.
Oh, see, I might miss the rocket scientist.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the... Yeah.
Girls, you want to say goodbye real quick?
I'll be pretending to be a shrimp scientist.
Oh, you
Say
can
goodbye,
always play it
everybody.
back.
That's all
All right.
we got, Adam.
You
That's
heard
awesome.
you heard it there. You listening to Talk Shit Radio, everyone. I appreciate everyone for being here, and tune in tomorrow for our Steve Williams, the sex coach there, or the relationship coach. So it's Talk Shit Radio, and we're out of here.
See ya.